Habits are persistent things. Even when your circumstances change, they tend to stay with you. Take meal times. For example, I eat at 7 in the morning, 12 in the afternoon, and 7 in the evening. If you know time, you know how full my stomach is. My sleep patterns are even easier to understand. Unless I'm working or something to do, my eyelids naturally grow heavy after 10 p.m. and I'm asleep by 11 p.m. in the latest. What a square! I'm just kidding. Even if I don't set an alarm, my eyes open on their own every morning, and I usually find the clock reading, 4:45 a.m. That's crazy. So spending 15 minutes half asleep in bed, I slowly rouse myself and apply the eye drops I keep cool in the refrigerator. Next, I drink a bottle of oolong tea, replenish the fluids I lost through sweating in my sleep. A quick check of the weather outside my window, and I change into my sweats and head for my daily run. These are more rules than habits for me at this point. Today, as usual, I alternated jogging with wind sprints, responding to the echo of the drill instructor's whistle inside my head. But this very moment, outside my empty dorm room, a far from routine incident was beginning to take shape. I was heading back to my room after my run, planning on a quick shower and some breakfast when I noticed something unusual. Sua Amane was skillfully moving her slippered feet down the stairs, careful not to make the slightest sound. The instant I saw her movements, precisely those of an agent of the infiltration mission, I instinctively hid myself in the shadows. I'm now watching her every move. Sua Amane, that woman, could it be? There's a cold, sticky sweat on my forehead, and it's not the product of my daily exercise. Am I her target? Oh my god, this guy's ridiculous. Amane's holding a key in her right hand. Glancing cautiously around her surroundings, she moves to my door. She takes a great care to unlock it with a gradual, silent movement, just as I thought. It's my room. Consult my watch. It's still early in the morning. There's only one reason to sneak into a man's room at this hour. Assassination. I don't want to believe it. I don't want to believe that Amane is an agent working for some unknown organization. But now that I think back, there were a lot of things that didn't make sense. This guy's ridiculous. She was aggressively friendly to me from our very first meeting, never showing a hint of embarrassment at pushing herself onto me. And yet she's never showed any particular interest in my past. Just how convenient is that for me? Her lack of interest in my past makes sense if she's already received an overview of my background. At a glance, she's just your typical horny big sister role player. But that could be a friend hiding a killing machine, a woman who takes lives as naturally as she draws breath. I hadn't read her that way. It's probably because I let my guard down. Unbelievably sloppy. If my master was alive, she'd knock me on my ass for this one. A convenient woman like this is obviously too good to be true. But even if I reproach myself, my chest is burning with bitter sadness. Oblivious to my silent regret, Amane eases my door open and begins to inch her way inside. She speaks in the whispers, probably a safeguard against the possibility that I'd woken earlier than she expected. When there's no response, she continues to move into the room. Quietly follow, concealing myself in the shadows to avoid alerting her to my presence. Of course, she finds my bed empty. When I looks around the room quickly, after a moment, opens the door to my bathroom and pokes her head in to continue the search. What exactly was she planning to say if I had been taking a shower? Say what? Wait a second, so Amane, did you seriously sneak in here for the idiotic? No, hold on. Did you notice my presence? Is this all just a masterful farce? Amane, you're one hell of a woman. Very well, let's just see how long you keep up this little act. A woman sneaking in my room, she's an assassin, there's no other explanation. Mind your own business, I'm working on it at my own pace.
飲みかけのウーロン茶のペットボトルも出しっぱなし。
We're going in the laundry later anyway, and I was gonna finish after my run, okay?
あー、ダメだ。我慢できない。片付けちゃおう。
Finally ready to lay her trap? Or not. She picks up the bottle, starts to gather my scattered clothes from the floor.
あれ？これって畳んでないだけの洗濯済みじゃないわよね。
For some reason, she unfolds the clothes in front of her face, buries her nose into them, and begins inhaling their scent.
洗剤の匂いはするけど、なんか微妙に男臭い匂いもする。
Monet, are you a dog?
やばい。なんかこの匂い結構好きかも。
Rather a bitch and he? Are you a pervert, Monet? Wow, don't call her that. What the hell? Hey, what now? Why are you staring at my bed? Wait, don't you tell me. Hide yourself. Seriously, just jump into my bed.
やっぱり男臭い。
Oh my god. Here we go. Oh god. Now she's pressing her face in my sheets and sniffing loudly.
もう臭いな。
You know what? I'm on a base. That's all I gotta say. Based. Don't stick your face in my bed. Don't shake your ass around. This girl really is a dog in human form.
やばい。なんか頭クラクラしてきたかも。
If you press your nose against the covers and inhale over and over again, of course you're gonna get lightheaded from lack of oxygen. More importantly, this is what I think it is, if I'm reading this correctly. Oh god, no.
ダメ、そんなこと。
This woman is in fact a horny big sister role player.
いけないわ、ユージ君。ダメよ、我慢して。
I'm gonna correct myself. She is in fact a sex-crazed maniac. Drunk on man stink that's apparently lingering in my bed sheets, she wriggles her body, breathing roughly through her nose. But watching her shameful display, I feel more relieved than anything else. At the very least, there's no assassin this stupid. Now that I think over this calmly, there's no way anyone would arrange such an elaborate assassin for me. Traffic accident would be more comical, sorry. I can't read! What is that? Economical. And the cleanup after the fact is much less troublesome. And seems to give her a helping hand. Oh my god. Stop being horny. And then all that ridiculous tension I've been filled with leaks out of my mouth. At this point, I'm finally noticed that I'm very thirsty. Moving relatively quietly, I open the door to my fridge and retrieve a large bottle of sports drink. I twist the cap off the drink directly from the bottle, gulping down a mouthful of cold liquid. Economical. That's how I pronounce it. As the chill soaks into my parched throat and the electrolytes course through my string body, I realize just how worked up I've been over nothing. Within her fantasy, I've apparently begun to reach my hand towards her underwear. She's very concerned about this for some unclear reason. This way I'm gonna get a real show free of charge. What to do? Jesus. Maybe the gentlemanly thing to do would be to go back outside, then noisily pretend to return. That thought, I start to return my drink to the fridge, but just as I separate my mouth from the 2-liter bottle... Wait, do I need to censor this soon? Because I'm eating. I don't have my hand on my keyboard. Don't watch the show. I don't plan on it. Become part of the show? Stop being horny. Run away from the show. The liquid inside sloshes around vigorously, making a surprisingly loud sound. Ah! There's nothing shown. Okay. Fortunately, the sound shatters Amani's delusion just as she's become a slow, inviting wiggling of her hips. She springs up out of bed, her eyes wide open.
ユージくん
There's no time to hide. I'm standing there with a sports drink in my hand, staring at Amane, and she's staring right back.
いつから
For a while now.
だからそれっていつからなのかな
Honestly, tell Amane I saw the whole thing. She might be hurt. Maybe I should be considering until I didn't see anything, but at this point that would be way too barefaced to lie. The background would be to say I saw only the last part. Let's see, I think it was, you can't, Yuji-kun, or maybe stop restraining yourself. What's wrong? You're so like crazy. You want some of the sports drink? I already took a swig, just so you know. Is?
黙って見てるなんてひどくない
Why? Should I have sung a song to help you get in the mood? The most explicit they get is showing girls in the bath with the boobas covered with bubbles on it. Oh, okay, cool.
え嘘やだなんで
Her legs buckling underneath her, she drops to the floor with a thud, covering her face with both hands and breaks into hysterical tears. Look, I'm the one who should be screaming here. Coming back to your room to find a woman wriggling around in your sheets, I don't remember learning an appropriate response to that particular scenario.
やだ私もう嫁行かれへん
Look on the bright side, at least you noticed me before you started rubbing my pillow between your legs, right?
何の慰めにもなってないわよ
Hey, Amane. She pushes past me and runs away screaming, still hiding her face in her hand. Although from the state of her ears, I can infer that it's bright red. What am I supposed to do with this woman? It's hardly that big a deal, but apparently I'm the only one who thinks so. A good hour later, it's time to go to school, but Amane's locked herself in the bathroom and shows no sign of emerging.
おーいあまねどうしたのよさお腹痛いの下りなのアメーバ赤痢なの
Dysentery, Jesus.
今は一人にしてじゃあ逆に出ないの詰まってんの私のこと放っておいてごめんもしかして生理お薬持ってくる違うんだってさじゃあまさか
Oh my god,
来ない
Makina.
のもしかして産んでるの違うって言ってたじゃない
Well, it's actually to learn any of my business, but since Makina's persistent siege eventually convinced Amane to leave the bathroom.
まったくもうあまねえのせいですっかり遅くなっちゃったのよさもうだからごめんってば
Don't be too harsh, Amane has her reasons.
ごめんねお兄ちゃんにまで付き合わせちゃって
Oops.
ごめん
Don't worry about it. It's almost my fault in a way.
つうかあんたのせいでしょうがっていうか何が
Tell
あ
you
った
when
の
you're a
よ
little
さ
older, Makina.
話さなくていいから一生黙ってていいからお願いだから
You can practically see the question mark floating over Makina's head as she tries to get a grasp of the situation. Meanwhile, Amane seems to be trying to get through this by force of will alone. Feel like you're gonna like Amane the most. The three of us leave the dorm and begin to run toward our classroom. What's wrong, Makina? You're falling behind. Run.
走るの嫌いなのにだから何度も謝ったでしょ
Alright then, Makina, I'll teach you a wonderful song that makes running more enjoyable.
歌？何それどんな歌？
It's called Running Cadence. At my old school, we sung these all the time when we had to run. Repeat after me, got it? So is Amani's a bitch and he. What is wrong with him? This is just like, I don't even think that's funny. It's just like
そう
me.
マネはいいんなんだ
Rolling around in a man's bed sheets.
男のベッドで身もだえるちょっとその歌
Good for you.
Good
It's just
for
me.
you
Good for me.
Good for me
Good.
うんなんで面白いじゃんさ
Well then, should we take a leisurely walk and sing some nice nursery rhymes
そ
instead?
れこそやめなさいシャレにならないわよ
Although I'd been considerably trying to turn the whole incident into a joke that we could laugh off together, things didn't wrap up that neatly. To be fair, Amani did sneak into his room. Wonka enjoyed the cadence far more than I'd expected. When she got Sachi to join in the loud chorus during PE class that day, our classmates nearly started out all asking about the lyrics. Amani's response was to hear her deeply, vaguely rumble, I don't even care anymore. The smile on her face at the moment was truly hollow.
せっかくみんなで遊ぼうってことになったんだからユミコも参加しなさいよ
When I leave my room, I'm met with a shrill voice from the lobby.
私はそれを決めた場にいなかったもの。
それでもたまには全くしょうがないわねって言いながら参加してくれるのが優しさってもんじゃない
たまにでいいなら今日は参加しなくてもいいってことよね。
あんたはまた人の揚げ足取って
From what I can gather, Michiru's trying to drag Sakaki into some sort of group event. So those two dislike each other after all? I ask Amane, who's watching the fight from the sidelines, to clear up a point of confusion.
仲が悪いってわけじゃないと思うけどほらお互いの性格がね
I see. Michiru tries to bring things together as everyone's leader, while Sakaki avoids excessive contact with those around her. It's only natural that these two would come into conflict pretty frequently.
それにこの年になってまでおままごとを楽しむ気はないわ。
あんたねいい加減にしないと私も本気で怒るわよ
そう、それなら私にも考えがあるわ。
別にそんなの全然怖くないんだから
Judging by the way she isn't backing down even a little with the box cutter in her face, Michiru's got a little heated herself. Shouldn't we stop this?
そうね二人が言い合うのはいつものことだけどそろそろマキナも怖がり始めたし
Looked down at my Machina hiding behind Amane's back, watching the scene fearfully. Fiona, I can try to calm them down.
それなら大丈夫私たちには大魔神がついてるから
Demon
じゃあ
Lord.
さっちゃんお願いねわかりました
So the fearsome demon lord, or rather, Sachi slowly advances towards her prey. You crazy? Sachi's obviously not cut out for this role.
やっぱそう思う
No offense to Sachi, but when it comes to stopping an argument, I think you'd be more effective, Amane.
普通はそう考えるわよねでも実際は違ったの
There's precedent?
そうあれはユージ君以外のみんなが揃ってすぐの頃だったと思うけどその時も今と同じようなことが起こって最初は私が止めに入ったんだけど結局2人は言い合いをやめてくれなかったそれで藁をもつかむ勢いでさっちゃんにお願いしてみたんだけどそしたら
She pulled it off?
しかも私やマキナが驚くくらいバシッとね 時のサッチかっこよかったのよさ。
It's a little hard to swallow, honestly.
それはこれから起こることを見てれば嫌でも納得できるわよ。
Seeing is believing, is it?
みちる様、榊さん。何よサチ、今私ちょっと忙しいんだけど。
私も話なら後で聞くわ。
あまねさんにお願いされているので、それだと少し困る。
Hi, Clover Makano. How are you? Oh, Clover Makano. Sorry.
それより早くその物騒なものをしまいなさいよ。
I hope you're doing well.
ならそっちが先に考えを改めてくれる？
私は二人にお話があります。みんなが困っているので喧嘩をやめてくれませんか？やだなあサチ。私たちは別に喧嘩してたわけじゃないわよ。
ええ、そうね、松島さん。
What the hell is that? She just asked him. She did a crappy job of it.
効果てきめんでしょ。
True, the wind is completely gone out of Michiru's cocky sails.
サッチ
Good, so you're playing free in Grisaia. Love those games. Oh,
してる
awesome.
んだよ。
Yeah, I was just playing Fate earlier, and I'm playing Grisaia right now, as you can see.
どうして広島弁出た？今
Who's your favorite character in each of the games? I see. So the nature of her demonic powers. Michiru. Seeking further details, I capture Michiru as she totters away from the scene.
何よあんた。こんな突然。
Why'd you stop arguing just now?
あんたはまだ本気のサチを見たことがないからそんなことが言えるのよ。
Sachi has a serious mode?
そう、よく目で人を焦がすとか言うでしょ。
I've heard if looks could kill at least.
そうとも言うやつ。サチのあれはまさしくそれよ。
In other words, when Sachi needs to, she can fire a glare powerful enough to kill.
その通り。しかもあの目は間違いなく10万馬力は出てるわね。
Michiru continues to mumble to herself as she sits down on a nearby sofa.
やっぱり私、小峰さんが一番苦手だわ。
Sakaki, for her part, is unusually pale in the face.
これが一見気の弱そうなさっちゃんがクラス委員を任されている理由。
Saber and Machina. So base! Saber's the best girl ever! Oh, I highly... Saber is the best girl, I agree. And I think Machina is such a cutie. Have you played, Higurashi when they cry? She reminds me a lot of Satoko. I love Satoko.
ここには個性の強い学生が集まってるから、いざって時みんなに言うことを聞かせられる人間がいないとまずいじゃない？で、それができるのは私じゃなくさっちゃんだったってわけ。
So it seems.
さっちゃんはよく「分かりました」って言って何でも頼み事を引き受けてくれるけど、さっちゃんの「分かりました」は私たちにとって問題の解決とイコールなの。
Really place a lot of trust in Sachi's abilities.
そうなのよ。実は怒らせると一番怖いのはサッチンかもしれないんだから。ガオーって。
Point crooked finger, you'll see, you'll all see. Seems like I may have been underestimating Sachi. I definitely see the resemblance from Makina as something. Oh, you have played it? That's awesome. Yeah, Higurashi's my favorite. But this is just so far. Like, apparently, maybe my opinion of her will change, but so far, she reminds me of Satoko. Seems like I may have been underestimating Sachi. Hey, Sachi.
はい、
There's more to you than meets the eye. That was pretty impressive.
ありがとうございます。さて、榊さんも参加してくれる気になったみたいだし、 早速ボードゲーム大会を始めましょうか。
Have fun. Don't worry about the noise. I'm the type who can sleep next to train track.
何言ってるの？ユージくんもやるのよ。
What?
みんなで遊ぶって言ってるんだから、当然あんたも入ってるに決まってるでしょうが。私も強制参加させられているのだから分かっているわよね。
なのよね、サッチ。
はい。
They've been going at it like cats and dogs just moments ago, but all of a sudden it's the utterly united front. Might be a little late in the game to realize it, but I seem to have ended up in a pretty troublesome school.
この A 液と B 液を混ぜる作業、何度やっても手が震えてくる。頭皮のズキズキを想像すると憂鬱になってくるわね。でもこれをやらないと色が綺麗な金髪でいられないからな。やけどしたみたいに痛いけど仕方ないのよミチル、我慢しなきゃ。ああそうだ、一応皮膚に保護のためのクリームを塗り塗りと。ではこれを頭に。はっ！
Although it's not uncommon to hear someone who acts bizarre, stupid, and ways derided as a space alien, as a general rule, the aliens I've seen in movies possess advanced intelligence surpassing humanity's. And some they're even depicted as virtual gods, manipulating genetic sequences to control human evolution. Do aliens exist? If you ask scientific authorities on the subject, they'll tell you in all likelihood yes. But just as the children's eyes begin to sparkle, the scientists tack on a malicious afternote. Not that they're anything like what you're thinking. Even if I do find some alien water flea wriggling around on a distant planet, I can't imagine it will inspire too passionate a response from the general public. The people don't want to rip off like that for their ET. What they want is a simple by-the-book alien. While I have experienced a wide range of auditory stimuli in my time, there's quite an ear-splitting shriek. There's considerable distance between me and the source, so there's no damage to my eardrums. If I had to approach, I need to prepare myself a pretty decent set of earmuffs. Compared to the 120 decibels produced by the engine of a civilian aircraft, this is no match in pure volume. By the way, they give us a bunch of free gems on Nikki. Oh yeah, I saw that. But when you consider the sheer unpleasantness factor, it's a pretty competitive match.
また始まったのよさ。
Again, mind explaining what's going on?
これはチルチルの儀式なのよ。これが始まったらしばらくは続くのよさ。
How long is a while? Several days, weeks?
そんなに長くはないのよ。スペインのトマト祭りだって1時間しかやらないんだから。まあそれよりかは長いけどな。
What exactly is that woman doing other than shrieking like a banshee?
それが私にもわからないのよさ。チルチル宇宙人説っていうのが一番濃厚なのよ。変な声出してマザーシップとコンタクトしてるんじゃないかって踏んでるのよさ。まあ一種の儀式だわな。そうそう、
I was supposed
ち
to
ょっ
read
と
that.
ね、
My
あ
bad.
れなのよ、おつむか。
Communicating at the start of the day, I see plausible. That woman is definitely a little out of the ordinary. I don't think you should necessarily talk.
そうなのよね、強くね、言えないと思うのよね。
I'm so interested in the nature of the ceremony. Let's take a look.
私はチルチルのあんな姿を見たくないから失礼するのよさ。
I need Modernia so I can actually use that skin. She's so effing cute. Like that? Like what exactly? Is her banner out? I didn't see it.
口では説明できないのよ。だ だから
See, that'll...
その目で確かめてくるがいいのよ
Then
さ
I'll just do that. As I approach Michiru's room, I notice a strange stench in the air. This is foul, some kind of gas. The membranes of my nose twitch in response. My body recalls the tension it's known in the field. I was trained to retain the capacity for action in the cloud of tear gas, but the irrepressible coughing and running nose, the pain in your eyes, the irritation of your skin will always lower your effectiveness. She doesn't have a banner right now. She's just one of those rare units that are hard to pull. Oh, okay. No, my mistake. This isn't gas. I thought it might have been a dispersed pepper spray, but it seems to have been a misjudgment. The odor is terrible, but it's not dense enough to affect my... I just realized I gotta fix something. Okay. What's this, the ceremony Makina was talking about? I heard what's that supposed to mean, the ceremony. Don't tell me I'm almost human sacrifice. When you think of human sacrifice, the Mayan civilization is what comes to mind. In order to offer tribute to the god of the sun, said they would paint a human being blue. There we go, all better. Aw, Mochi! Thank you for resubscribing! That's so sweet of you. I really appreciate it. In order to offer tribute to the god of the sun, it said they would paint a human being blue and gouge out their still beating heart. But ceremonies like that should have been ancient history by now in the first place. We're in Japan here, you know. It's hard to believe, but if Michiru happens to have painted her body blue, then it's bingo. What? She's emerged? I immediately tumble my way across the hall with a skillful shoulder roll, hide myself in the shadows, and silence the sound of my breath. Gotta support Best Funny. Aww. My sub badge upgraded paw. Yay! In this moment I know fear. Not the fear of death or the fear of darkness that is in fact a variety of terror completely new to me. To explain its nature concisely, what the hell is this? Michiru's body was not in fact dyed blue, which is all well and good, but rolls of cling wrap are draped all around her head. From inside, a mysterious sap drips out in gloves. Is she dyeing her hair or something? Or bleaching it? Just as Makina said, her eerie, irregular movements are reminiscent of a space alien. This must be the particular variety of terror that accompanies a close encounter of the third kind. Time discovered, all bets are off. It's that sort of fear. Michiru wanders around the hallway with vacant eyes. Her cries are truly bizarre. Is she receiving a massage? Or could that shriek itself be her transmission to the stars? Yeah, she's bleaching it. She's naturally got black hair. Oh, okay. Michiru draws near, her lips trembling violently, and her eyes seem to have rolled back into her head. Bashes my hiding place and wanders off somewhere. It's been a long time since I wished so desperately from the bottom of my heart, please don't find me. She left a slimy trail behind her like a slug. I thought there was nothing more than a tsundere wannabe. To think she'd conduct such a mysterious ritual, clearly I need to handle her with more caution. I didn't think dyeing or bleaching your hair was painful before this game. Well, dyeing your hair doesn't hurt, but bleaching it can. If it isn't Sakaki, let me ask you instead, what are you doing standing up like that? As for me, I was just taking evasive action in response to a certain crisis.
Kiki? So, 大変なのね.
To end up brushing off the dust my clothes picked up during my roll across the floor. Suddenly, what are your thoughts on extraterrestrial life? I know it's a difficult question, but I want to organize my own thoughts on the matter. Please let me hear your opinion. She answers my question without hesitation.
そうね。来年には宇宙戦争が始まるわ。
What?
宇宙からのファーストコンタクト。それは思いもよらない形から始まる。最初は予兆、そして接触。
6 days left for summer. Hi, Maniki. Summer Helm, are you gonna do some pulls for her? Just wait for her near club. Is that the blue-haired girl? Cause I got her too.
人間たちは未知の恐怖に怯え、理解よりも警戒が勝ってしまう。その結果、人々は安らかな睡眠のために武器を手に取ることを選択するのよ。
Oh, you got her nice. Yeah, so I'm just waiting for the next banner. A battle for survival, huh? Sometimes there's no room for any other choice, and there's an old saying, the first blow is half the battle.
でもナポレオンはこう言ってる。戦いは最後の5分間にある。
I see where you're going with this.
宇宙戦争は人類の敗北という形で幕を引く。恐怖から逃れるために武器を取ることは間違っている。と最後に結んでその小説は終わったわ。
Novel? Oh, we're talking about a book? Next one is near more limited units. 2 banners will be 20 to be an 82. Oh, okay.
当たり前じゃない。宇宙人についてなんて急に言われても答えようがないもの。
See my bad.
いいえ、別に。だけどこれからは廊下でのほふ前進は慎みなさい。
Doing for TV myself. Crawling, is it true the low crawl they teach every SDF grunt is a method of advancing with your body pressed flat on the ground, so it's not surprising you'd see it in that way. But I didn't advance even a single meter now, did I? Your powers of observation are still lacking. Sakaki Yumiko, my friend, that was what we call the prone position.
来年に宇宙戦争が起こるというのは本当でしょうか。
Oh, it's Sachi. What, you were listening?
すみません。立ち聞きをしていたわけではないのですが、偶然耳に入ってしまって。
Her anxious expression suggests she took my conversation with Sakaki completely seriously. Say that depends on the contents of Michiru's reports. If she really is sending transmissions into space, their contents will decide our fate.
ミチル様が宇宙と交信を？それは初耳です。
Humankind ravages nature and slaughters innocent animals to eat their corpses. If the aliens learn of our savage ways, we won't get off easy. If you want, you can go watch the crucial moments together.
はい、お供させていただきます。
Also, upgrading the museum in Star Rail is oddly fun. Right? Yeah, I agree. Yeah, you see? Be careful, getting closer and being dangerous.
あの姿を見たのは初めてではありませんが、いつも通
Listen,
りショッ
observe
キン
with
グです。
caution. Can you see how her eyes have rolled back?
白目を向いています。
Probably a sign she's under the control of
五
other
感
ships.
からさすが風見さんです。そんなことがわかるなんて。
Well, it's only a hypothesis for the moment.
あれは何ですか？ひどく体をビクンビクンさせていますが。
She may well be fighting with someone in the spirit world, but in the end we're merely spectators. We can do nothing but watch over her
ミチル
battle.
様、大変な状況だったんですね。私、そんなこととはつゆ知らずにおりました。
Then again, we can also interpret this in a
と
very different
言い
way.
ますと、
That's a dance. At a glimpse, it may look like she's going into convulsions, but there's also the possibility that she's simply working on her
頭から
moves.
液体を垂らしながら踊りの練習。
I will say the
ミ
race
チ
on
ル様
Star
の
Rail
一
feels
味
kind
違
of
います
brutal.
ね。
If only for non-guaranteed SSR gotten was Kafka. Oh, you got Kafka? That's so lucky. If you think of it as modern Jance expressing her inner self, I'd say this is actually pretty spot on.
ですが、ミチル様がダンスに精通しているなんて知りませんでした。踊っている姿を拝見したことがあまりないもので。
Well, I didn't pick up these cooking skills in a day either. Expertise is the result of hitting dedication to your craft. In other words, Michiru is sowing the seeds here and now for the future flowering of artistic accomplishment.
あんな必死なお顔で。ミチル様の努力には感服いたします。いつか素敵な暗黒舞踏を見せていただきたいものです。
Yeah, I think I told you a while ago it was like my 5th or 6th. That's crazy!
ねえ、二人で仲良く何してるの？
Shh, keep it quiet.
みちる様のダンスの練習を見学して。
ダンスああ、なんだいつものあれじゃない。またやってるのね。まあそれはそうね。でもちょっと怖くて見たくないな。
Do I understand the magnificence of those movements? Those steps express the terror of an invasion from outer space. Truly avant-garde.
わかんないわよ。ただ痛みを我慢してるようにしか見えない。
Philistines, think your frigidity would extend to the fine arts as well.
ちょっと待ってよ。持って何よ、持って。私不干渉じゃないでしょ。
really?
何よもう。
あまねさん、言ってしまわれましたね。
What a sad human being. Can't even appreciate this work of art, or whatever it is, since I'm basically just making stuff up
な
here.
るほど。
Okay, we bored yet?
いえ、まだ観察したいと思っています。
I see, you're passionate. I'm bored. Frankly, I got bored about 2 minutes in.
そうですか。では、私も掃除を続けたいと思います。それでは、失礼いたします。
Good work. If you observe any dramatic changes we need to do, make sure to report them to me.
はい。
So I'm leaving, and it occurs to me that her movements are also similar to those of a zombie. That woman is in fact one of the undead. I suppose I'll have to put a bullet in her head. Compared to the walking the earth as the living dead, I'm sure she would want it that way.
あうあうあうあう。
I'm gonna pause here.
セーブするわ。
$10.30. Hello guys. Welcome. I hope you guys are doing well. I'm just readjusting. I know it's super early. It's after I got off work and I was thinking about games excuse me, at work today. So I really want to play them. So I want to get as far as I can in Grisaia, so let's go.
フロントウィング
Let's go.
グリザイアの続きからよ。
So we gotta get to like 722 or something to get out the common road. So we have like a month left. When you take a walk like this, you realize just how wide a range of slopes there is in town. Shops there is in town. Just for food, we've got butchers, fishmongers, grain grocers, and convenience stores. There's even 2 large supermarkets on either side of the station. In the town I was living in before, there was a course of shopping area, and its scale is adequate to avoid any problems in my daily life, but it was overall a pretty compact district, and most of the stores are small and family-owned businesses. Doesn't even bear comparison to what you find in a town fairly close to the metropolitan area like this one. I don't intend to estimate the wealth of the town by its facade alone, but looking at the number of chic retailers of clothes, jewelry, and other non-essential luxury goods, you'll naturally get an idea of this place's relatively high-class population. So as for what I'm currently doing in this affluent town, I've been on my way to buy curtains for my windows, heading to a hardware store Monty told me about. Had been, right, past tense. I noticed a certain abnormality about 10 minutes ago. Typically someone was on my channel. Thought I'd imagine my imagination might have been acting up at first. When I abruptly changed my course just to be safe, they came shortly after in a panic. So this is a coincidence. There are 3 pursuers. Since they're following me in a group rather than dispersed individually, it's incredibly easy to tell. Trying to look into the show window of a watch shop along the street, casually glanced at their faces, but they weren't familiar in the slightest. And for a group with a grudge against my workplace, they seemed far too sloppy and dim-witted, basically like a bunch of juvenile delinquents. Although naughty lads like this exist in any town, it feels like you actually find more of them in well-off places like this. They tend to be of a particularly ugly variety. You say the poor can't afford manners? What the fuck? It's so, like, not true. But I find that living in a place where everything you need is dropped in your lap tends to twist people in its own way. Oops. For Forget about hard work and it's easy to fall into warped ways of thinking. Well then, what to do? Hello, Student Superior. Hi, Boo Gems. How are you? I hope you're doing well. What reason would they have for following me around? Although I've been thinking it over for a while, nothing is coming to mind. In which case, it would probably be best to ask them directly. Guess I'll lure them into some nice dark alley. Looking around my surroundings perfectly casually, I'm startled when something unexpected catches my eye.
お兄ちゃんだ。こんなところで何してるのよさ。
I'm doing alright, how are you doing? I'm doing good, thank you. Shit, why'd you have to appear at this at all times?
お？どうしたの？
What's the thing? Are you alone? Where's the money?
今日はね、一人。女ってのは一人にしてほしい時もあるのよ。
Money said that?
私がそう言ってるのよさ。
Thank you, girl. Well, what can I do about this shrimp? At this rate, she might get mixed up in this. Press my hand into the rear pocket of my school uniform and pull out 3 10,000 notes, rolled up with a rubber band. It's hot today, isn't it, Makina? Feel like some ice cream?
晩ご飯の前に食べたらダメなのよ。ママ姉に怒られるのよさ。
Well, the money doesn't know won't hurt her. I really want ice cream. Can you go buy some?
でも
Please, I'll explain to Money so she won't get mad at you, okay? Take Makina's hand and force her to close it around the 30,000 yen.
金こんなにいっぱいいらないのよ。
Really? Then go ahead and use the change to dabble in the stock
株
market.
に投資するには足りないと思う。
Anyway, ice cream. Head to the Baskin Robbins. Oh my god, they actually said Baskin Robbins. Without, like, usually it's like blocked out or like copyright striked or something. On the other side of the station, we find a caramel ribbon.
じゃあ私はラズベリーチーズケーキとパッポンストリートシャワーのダブルで。
Double or triple or whatever is fine. Get what you want.
それはとっても嬉しいのだけれども素朴な疑問があるのよさ。
What?
なんでお兄ちゃんは一緒に行かないの？
I'm too embarrassed to go in that place. Come on, keep going.
何か釈然としないものが胸の奥でくすぶっているのだけれども、いい女は余計な質問をして男を困らせないものなのよ。
Am I said that?
そう。
Cheek girl.
じゃあ行ってくるのよさ。少しお時間がかかるかもしれませんが、しばしご歓談を。
With who? While walking, I try to put the money clenched in her hand. I exhale slowly. The bunch following me doesn't show any signs of chasing after walking in her money. Others are not assuring me for my cash. If it's not a robbery, I guess that'd be a personal grudge or some sort of class resentment. Either way, not a particularly welcome situation. Well, whatever. We're watching Machina disappear. I find an alley between a cleaner and a liquor store. I casually turn into it, as if taking a shortcut.
おい、あいつどこ行った？
逃げられたんか？だから言ったべよ。
あいつやっぱ気づいてたんだって。
言ってる間に探せよボギー。ほんと使えねえなてめえら。
あ？てめえらって何よ？俺も入ってんの？何それ？リーダー気取り？てめえまたボコられてんの？
だからてめえ一度まぐれで勝ったぐらいで随分とビッグなマウス叩いちゃってくれちゃってんじゃんよ。あ？いいぜ来いよ。俺はいつでもやってやんよ。
やめろよ。今あんなことしてる場合じゃねえべよ。
Hey there.
てめえどこに隠れてやがった？
I those beer cases. You need something?
のこのこと自分から出てきやがって。なんか用か？だってよ。
あんたそれ美浜学園の制服だよな。
Yeah, it is.
じゃああんたには悪いんだけどもよ。ボコらしてもらうわ。
Hi, Giovanni V. Poop face, you should leave the earth. What the? Babushka, what are you talking about? Why would you say that to someone? Why would you do that?
理由なんかねえよ。ただおめえをボッコボコにしてえだけ。理解できたか？あ？
Hey, now you're scaring me. Please stop. I can't stop the violence.
悪く思うなよ。こっちも仕事なんでな。
Job?
ぐちゃぐちゃうるせえんだよ。
In an attempt to intimidate me, the man fires a flashy burst of sparks from the stun gun in his hand. The discharge of electrical energy scorches particles of dust in the atmosphere. A burning smell fills the air, pricking the depths of my nose. I close my eyes, and the next moment a siren rings out in my head. I'm in pouring rain, pushing through the mud at my feet, the taste of iron spreading through my mouth. Oh yeah, maybe I will. Yeah, I don't know why they said that to you, Giovanni. I'm sorry. Let me time them out. Yeah, I timed them out because that was really uncalled for. I don't know what that was about. Anyways, I hope you're doing okay, Giovanni. Giovanni. I hope I'm saying your name okay. Hiding my body from the light of the flares, a knife dyed black in my hands, falling down my heart as it tries to leap out of my mouth. If you want to protect something, first protect yourself. Seems this time has come to make use of my super self-defense technique.
なんだてめえ。おとなしくしてりゃ命だけは助けてやんぞ。
As the man raises his stun gun and takes a fighting stance, I draw a huge breath into my lungs. And bringing out my voice to the limit, I scream, "Help me!
てめえふざけんな。
Someone help! Call the police!"
でけえ声出すんじゃねえよ。
The man's stun gun discharges a threatening pale bluish arc of electricity in my general direction. I reach out and gently grasp his outthrust hand as if trying to shake. Well, I guess that's what you'd expect. This narrow alley, all three can attack me at once. Maybe he planned for this sort of cramped space, or maybe it's just a coincidence from prioritizing ease of concealment. Either way, the iron pipe and the man with the black tank top's hand is cut very short and not well suited for disabling me with a single blow. That said, the guy next to him with the knife is so much use either. I might look like the most dangerous of the bunch of it at a glance, but a weapon like that is actually a hindrance if he's not planning to kill me. In this situation, the flashiest, easiest to use weapon is also the most effective. The stun gun can stop me dead with a single attack. The idea would be to fire off a single shot to eliminate my mobility and crush my fighting spirit, then have all three surround me and beat me senseless.
てめえ手を離してこの野郎。
Hey, nothing wrong with being homo. We're all homo sapiens, after all. No, that's just rude. I don't go around holding hands with men just for the fun of it. It looks like a casual light grasp. The truth is I've got a hold on a vital point in the hand he's holding the stun gun with. When I put pressure on this exact spot, he can't push or pull as long as he's maintaining his grip. If he were to pull back using the weight of his body, he could rip his hand free, but I'm controlling his center of gravity as well, so that's sadly not an option.
おい何やってんだ。さっさとやっちまえ。
くそ離せよ。
Not like I'm grabbing you that hard. You're just like the monkey with his hand stuck in the jar. Might as well drop the banana, right? At my words, the man's firm grip on his stun gun weakens for just an instant. In the moment, I feel the loosening of his proximal phalanx bones. I twist his wrist sharply upward. Dig my thumb hard into the side of his hand. By first extending the joints of his wrist, then attacking them with the pinpoint of pressure of my finger, I completely disabled his ability to maintain a grip. The stun gun slips out of his hand. Whoops. Catching the stun gun as it falls from the man's hand, he jerked his arm upward to immobilize his elbow joint, then pushed him hard against a pile of beer cubes stacked against the wall. I mashed the man's face against the beer cans while maintaining the incapacitating breast hold. In the next moment, I pushed the stun gun against the scruff of his neck and threw the switcher that hesitated. Here, catch. The next man raised his short iron pipe with his hand like a hammer, and I abruptly tossed the stun gun in his direction. He reaches out in a panic to try and receive the stun gun. Been a while since I've seen a bunch of clowns. I kicked my knee up sharply into his virtually defenseless abdomen. Instantly doubling over his belly in an instinctive attempt to protect the place he's been attacked, the man's chin sticks out as if begging to be kicked. Well, if you insist. The air that was in the man's lungs squirts out through his nose as his eyes roll back in his head. He crumbles face first onto the ground. I'll give you 2 seconds. Drop the knife.
来るなこっち来んな悪かったもうやめるだから
2. He throws the knife with in his hand aside, and stumbles backward in a blind panic, trying to escape. And where were you going? I quickly trampled down his foot from above, sealing his movement, then strike hard at the base of his throat with the joint of my right thumb. His throat is crushed in the middle of a breath, and the man's momentarily compressed trachea sticks shut under the inward pressure from his lungs, rendering breathing temporarily impossible. This is a very fancy way to say that, like, he can't breathe. As the man claws desperately at his throat, his eyes bulge open wide and release a flood of tears. He falls with a thud to his backside. I don't think we were done with our chat. You have to be a patient kid and listen to what others have to say, or you won't get any snacks, okay? Glancing sidelong at the man as he grasps his throat with both hands and flails his legs on the ground, I crouched down and picked up the knife he tossed away. Well, if your throat happens to get cut, you won't be able to eat your snack anyway, I guess. I'm gonna go hit up some insulin. Oh, okay. Are you diabetic? I hope it goes well, I guess. Hope it's easy. Maybe? Oh, okay. Well, good luck with your insulin dosage. I hope it goes by easy. Hi, my name is Bunny Killer. What is wrong with this? I think I'm gonna need it. Okay, I don't know. Please ignore this person. What is account created 5 minutes ago? What is wrong with this person? Okay, just ignore it. I don't know why this person keeps being mean. What is with these, like, newly created... Hi, my name is Bunny Killer. Like, I obviously go by Bunny. I don't know what is going on. So random. Anyways. Sorry about that, guys. If you have questions, would you be so kind as to answer? What, can't talk? Want me to open a hole in your lung? You have to reset the air pressure so you can breathe nice and easy. The man responds to my offer by violently shaking his head from side to side. Don't worry, you've got 2 perfectly good lungs. Getting a hole poked in one won't kill you. Jeez, this guy's going pretty hard. Although I wonder why these guys wanted to beat us up. I don't know why either. So I stand looking down on him with the knife in one hand. The man scrabbles desperately at the ground, trying to put some distance between us. Seriously, where do you think you're going? You want to make it physically impossible for you to run? Just answer my questions.
でも答える。
First question, who gave you the orders? One of you said this was your job, right? But you didn't show any interest in a little girl with money in her hand, so this wasn't just a stick up. Somebody asked you, right? To beat the shit out of me in particular.
俺は知らないんだ。そこの鉢巻きの男が持ってきた仕事だ。あんたをボコれば30万くれるって。俺はただ一緒に来れば10万やるって言われて、何も知らずについてきただけなんだ。
Screwed up. Should talk to him instead of you. So grasping the knife in my hand, I glanced back at the man with the bandana. He's flat on the asphalt. His eyes are rolled all the way back in his head, drooling from the mouth. Well, whatever. Next question. Did you come after me knowing who I am? Do you know my name?
知らない。ただ駅前で美浜学園の制服を着た男がいたらボコれってそう言われただけで名指しだったわけじゃない。本当だ。
Well, that sounds expected. First thing these guys asked me about the Mihama uniform. It's evidence that they were targeting a male Mihama Academy student rather than Kazami Yuji. That said, I'm the only male student at Mihama Academy at the moment. Ultimately, I was the specific target. But considering the bunch of clowns they sent, it's hard to think that this has any connection to anyone with a grudge related to my job. So who the hell and for what reason? First things first, doesn't seem like I'm gonna get anything useful out of you, does it? In that case, may as well finish this one off. Wake up the bandana man and squeeze it out of him.
やめろ。やめてくれ。何をする気だ。俺を殺すのか。
Don't get so worked up. Rest assured, I don't kill people. Sometimes they might wish I had by the time I'm through. What are you quivering about? You that scared to die? I realize I'm still gripping the open knife in my hand. Ah, my bad. I'll give this back later. Releasing the folding knife's lock and shut the blade away with a snap. I release. But I'd recommend not carrying toys like this around. Having one on hand makes you want to use it. Something like this in your pocket, your mouth gets smarter. You start swaggering around, picking stupid fights with people. And if you lose control, you end up doing something you can't take back. You're probably just trying to look cool, but depending on a toy like this, to prop up your ego seems more pathetic from where I stand.
そこで何をしている。
The blinding beam of a flashlight shines through the dim alley in my face.
全員路地から出ろ。おかしな真似はするなよ。
Yeah, I know you screamed at an old man. My ears were just fine.
なんだ。またあんたか。
My line. Have to say though, the police force in the town really is pretty impressive. Do you hear my
ここで
scream?
喧嘩が起きていると通報があったんだよ。まさかと思って来てみりゃ。やっぱりあんたか。
What's that supposed to mean? Almost sounds like you think of me as the guy who's gonna cause trouble sooner or later. Talk about rude.
みたいなも何もそのままだ。いつかやらかすとは思っていたが、こんなに早いとはな。あ、とにかく署まで来てもらおうか。
Come on now, I'm the victim here.
だったらその手にしたものは何だ。武器を捨てろ。無駄な抵抗はやめろ。
Swallowing the knife I took from the man in my hand. Guess I won't be able to talk myself out of this one. Yeah, I guess
お
that's
兄
that.
ちゃんどうしたの？
Of course, she has to come back at this exact moment. When I turned around, I found Makina standing behind me, ice cream cones in both hands.
この子はあんたの妹か。
No, she's my classmate, I suppose.
クラスメートの女の子にお兄ちゃんって呼ばせてるのか。
Oh, well. So really I get the feeling this policeman's mental image of me is getting worse by the second.
とにかく署まで来てもらうぞ。
Yeah, fine.
お兄ちゃん
Don't worry, it's not like I'm getting arrested. I'll be back soon and explain the situation, so you go ahead and head home. Drop a hand on her head with a gentle thump and use my other hand to take the ice cream cone she bought for me. Thanks for the ice cream.
その子も関係者だろう。勝手に返しちゃ困るな。
Said I'd come, didn't I? She doesn't have anything to do with it. Go ahead, Montana.
死なないで。
I'm going off to war. Don't make that face. I'll be back soon. When I give her a light push, she slowly looks away, pausing several times to glance back at me. After watching her disappear around a corner, I turned to face the policeman.
随分と似合わんな。
Even I can be kind to children. See, Machina is a child. When the mood strikes me.
そうじゃない。それだよ。
Please point to my hand where I'm holding my caramel ribbon cone. Mind your own business. Make my teeth into the ice cream Machina. Excuse me, Machina brought me. And so I find myself at the sweatbox for the second time. Having been through this once already, I've gotten a little used to the place. While the uniformed cop was guiding me here, I looked around the station for familiar places. I noticed the young detective who interviewed me the other day slurping up soap and noodles at his desk. Trying to send a small message of apology for the last time, I smiled and bowed my head lightly in greeting. The young detective scowled back bluntly and spurred his chair away from me, still clutching his bowl. Possibly he's got some idea of my background now, as the gesture seemed to be saying I've got no intention of playing nice with Grisaia. Either way, it was a firm and unambiguous rejection. With an attitude like that, it's no wonder the police rarely get any civilian cooperation these days. I nearly told him as much. I managed to swallow the words out with a smile. Looking for things at his point of view, I'm definitely in some good trouble. If he sits down across from me again, I think I might as well come out and give him a vocal apology at least. But betraying my expectations, the person who enters the room was the sly-looking elderly detective I spoke with before my release.
いやいやいやいや、風見さん、またあなたですか。
Well, times 4. I don't know if it's a vocal tick or what, but this detective seems to annoy me in that word. But the sort of guy just loves to play the slow-witted old man like that. Then suddenly ask, how many times did I say well just now? To probe how many mentally focused you are on the conversation. He responded with don't know having thrown you off balance. He'll barrage you with sharp to the point questions. This is the sort of old codger you can never let your guard down around. As a victim of an unilateral assault. Sorry, I didn't go looking to cause trouble. More importantly, have you ID'd the people who attacked me?
それはもう3人とも窃盗や傷害の前科がありましてね。すぐに身元は判明しましたよ。
Who are
聞
they?
いてどうなさるおつもりです？
I'm particularly looking for revenge, that's what you're worried
は
about.
あはあ、ということは素性によってはお仲間に困りますな。確かにポンといなくなっても誰も気に留めないような連中ですがね。うちは職案じゃないんですからな。
There's a bunch of thugs.
そう考えてもらって間違いありません。あの中の一人は地元の暴力団とのつながりもありますが、まあ極めて善良な一般市民ですな。
Exemplary.
あなた方に比べればという意味ですよ。
You need to spell that out. And they confess anything about what they
は
attacked
い
me?
はい、そりゃもう素直にゲロしましたよ。ですがまあ、なんと説明したものでしょうね。いわゆる最近流行りのネット。いやいやいや、私も詳しかないんでうまく説明できないんですがね。なんでもネットの掲示板に殺人依頼の書き込みをすると、いわゆる仕置き人という連中が代理で実行してくれるらしいのですわ。まあ殺人依頼の書き込みってのはほとんどが冷やかしで、実際のところは気に入らない相手の名前を書いて死なない程度に袋叩きにしてくれというのがほとんどだそうなんですがね。
They didn't have any idea of the background when they attacked me?
うちの若いのにそのインターネット掲示板とやらを調べさせたのですが、あなたの名前は上がっていないそうです。連中が名前も知らずにあなたを襲ったのは間違いないでしょう。
Place the request.
さあ、そこまでは一応、ハンドルネームっていうんですかね。名前のとこにはマオと書かれていたそうですよ。
No,
何か
no idea. You
お
can
心
trace
当たり
it.
は。なんだかよくわかりませんけどね。今うちの若い連中がその辺から調べてるみたいで、どうにも漫画喫茶から発信されたみたいでね。今何人か向かわせとるところです。
If I'm an idiot runs some public net cafe without restrictions on VPS posting the state. Regardless, I don't think there's much hope finding the criminal amongst your
い
customers.
やはや、しかし最近は何でもネットですよ。私らジジイにはちんぷんかんぷんですわ。はは、私らはほれ、コンピューターってやつで動いてますんでね。
Like I'm physically hurt. This is America, I'd say.
ま、何にせよ恐ろしい世の中ですよ。あなたもせいぜい気をつけることですな。
Sorry for the trouble. Continuing the conversation isn't gonna get me any more information. I left myself off the chief holding.
ああ、風見さん、まだ帰ってもらっちゃ困るのですわ。
Huh? You already got my statement, right?
そのことなんですがね。今回の件を傷害事件として刑事告訴されますか？
Not necessary. I haven't suffered anything except the loss of my time and
まあそれがよろしいでしょうな。風見さん、あなたちょっとやりすぎですよ。逆に過剰防衛の線で粘られると厄介ですよ。下手すりゃ特別公務員暴行陵虐罪ってやつですわ。おたくさんの組織じゃ裁判費用は自腹なんじゃないですか？
If they try suing me, I'll have a little talk with my superiors. You would say nobody would miss them if they fell to face of the earth,
お
right?
お、怖い怖い。では今回の件は私の方でうまく処理しておきましょ
Sorry, I'd appreciate that. Next time I stop by, I'll bring a present.
う。もう二度と来ないでくれるのが一番ありがたいですな。
Okay, sorry, 1 second. We can't really talk about that on here. Anyways, turning back the vaguely grating laughter of the sly old man, I leave the sweatbox. Well then, how do I explain this one to JB? It's all well and good that the police let me walk. My problems aren't quite over. Since they must have reached Ichigaya by now, as my direct superior and case officer, JB will be taking a lot of heat. In fact, she's probably grudgingly known to the brass right about now. Let out a short sigh and take my cell phone from my pocket and turn on the power. In the next moment, with startling timing, it begins to ring.
Hello, Yuji.
Hi there, JB. Your voice is lovely as always. I've been charmed out of my senses. Want to get married?
今すぐ婚姻届を持って市ヶ谷まで私を迎えに来てちょうだい。
My bad. Let's get down to
分かってる
business.
とは思うけど、私は忙しいの。だから担当直入に言うけど、次に問題を起こしたら謹慎ね。ついでに外出と主保物品も規制して強制労働を課します。
Hey, JB, do you know there's actually a word for that? It's called imprisonment.
大丈夫。寂しくないように週に一度は面会に行ってあげるから。
Is that how grown-ups run the things in this country?
正常に機能しない国防装置に払う税金はないの。言ってる意味はわかる。
I understand, my
もし
bad.
言い訳があるのなら聞いてあ
No, I don't have an excuse, but there's something
げ
I
る。
want
言って
to
み
say.
なさいな。
JB, I love you, and...
それと
No, I shouldn't. If I say this, she'll definitely get mad.
何よ。怒らないから言いなさい。
Okay, here I go. Quit your bitching, fish face. I'll stick that phone so far up your ass you'll feel the ringtone in your colon. What? Where is this even coming from? Quickly end the call and turn off the cell phone. JB, you're truly an outstanding superior. Londonier to your subordinates' abuse. Oh, to Londonier. Sorry. Thanks to you, I can vent my stress and enjoy my days in serenity.
お兄ちゃん。
Machina, were you waiting for me here?
だってお兄ちゃん警察に連れて行かれちゃったし、後から来た警察の人に話を聞いたら、なんか3人の男の人と喧嘩したって言うし、
I
私
see.
心配だったのよ。
Drop my hand on Machina's head with a thud. It's becoming a habit. One sec, actually. like I said, I can't talk about that. I can't talk about that on here, guys. Got my hand on Maki's head with a thud. It's becoming a habit. How to put it? This hat is just at the right height to rest your hand on.
ずっと待ってたのよ。
Fuck. Oh shit, goblins. Yeah. Yeah, sorry guys. Can't talk about that on Twitch. Sorry I worried you. When I look closely, Machina is still clutching the paper from her ice cream cone in hand. She must have taken my album vaccine literally and stayed right here the entire time.
怪我はしてないの？大丈夫？
Who do you think you're talking to? There's no way I'd lose to the likes of them.
お兄ちゃん、喧嘩強いの？
Don't want to boast, but the only person who's beat me in a fight is my master.
じゃあ、私がピンチの時は助けてくれる？
You just worry about living a solid, decent life and you won't need rescuing. More importantly, let's get back quickly. Amane must be worried.
怒られそうになったら助けてくれる？
Well, yeah, I think I can handle that much at least. Come on, let's go. Machina nods energetically, trots up next to me, and grabs hold of my left hand. First Amane, now Machina. Why are my hands in such demand lately? Apparently, sensing my unspoken complaint, Machina squeezes my hand
あ
forcefully.
のね、どこにも行ったら嫌なのよ。
You don't need to squeeze that hard. I'm not gonna vanish all of a sudden.
絶対？
Can't make any guarantees. As I pulled Machina along her strangely warm hand, we set off for the dorm. We walked side by side, our lengthening shadows spreading out across the road. A long time ago, I used to be fascinated and puzzled by the way shadows would grow as the sun began to sink under the horizon. Who explained it to me at the time? I don't think it was my mother. Although I do remember walking hand in hand with my master at sunset. There's no way that woman would have given me a straight answer. Which would leave... yeah, it was my sister, wasn't it? Bathed in the evening sun, pulled along by my sister's hand, I pointed at my expanding shadow and asked her, why do shadows get all along at sunset? The answer she gave in return was overly technical, explaining how the changing of the seasons affected the phenomenon, and at the time we didn't really understand any of it. It used to be I was the one being pulled along.
何？
No, it's nothing.
独り言が多いと変なやつだと思われちゃうのよ。
I talk to myself a lot because I'm a weirdo. Duly noted. Hadn't I ever become the sort of person who could take another's hand in mine and lead them? Hadn't thought I'd ever become the sort of person who could take another's hand in mine and lead them home. But there's no guarantee I'll be here to do the same tomorrow. This time tomorrow evening, the hand that's holding hers may be gone. Ominous.
あ、コンコン、よし、行くわよ。おはよう。みんな元気にしてる
Watch from behind as Michiru boldly leaps into the classroom like a paratrooper jumping into the sky over Normandy. Naturally, she's not as heavily equipped, but her grim resolve, she's a match for any screaming eagle. Without such intestinal fortitude, there's no way the girl could charge so defensively into that classroom. Well, unless she's simply unaware of the situation. Seems like the latter. You're a truly foolish woman, Michiru.
ちょっと何あれなんで
Here I was, filled with admiration for your kamikaze spirits. Think you're just wallowing in ignorance.
知らなかったわよ。通りで教室に誰もいないわけじゃない。なんで教えてくれないのよ。
You didn't ask?
だって教室の中に蜂がいるなんて普通想像しないでしょ。
That's right, the situation to be. A flying pest has occupied our classroom, and now lies in ambush. Our classmates have all withdrawn from the field.
中が危ないなら危ないって先に言ってくれないと困るじゃない。
This is exactly why you're renowned as the most brainless of bimbos. Every action should be taken only after consideration of the worst case scenario. Don't you have any common sense at all? What kind of idiot opens a door without assessing the risks?
ドアぐらい普通に開けるでしょ。
Yeah, I'm with Michiru on this one. Whenever you open a door, you show steadfast resolve to find Somalia waiting on the other side.
そんな覚悟持ってないわよ。何？どうやって開けばいいの？
You're not worthy of my instruction.
なんでそんなケチンボなのよ。安全なドアの開け方を教えなさいよね。
If you're that determined, I suppose I can make an exception. Step 1, confirm the surrounding area. Standing in front of the door, I demonstrate by pointing sequentially to the ceiling, the floor, the front, my rear, and my left, my right, and following with my eyes.
なるほどなるほど。周囲を確認ね。それから
Observe the utmost caution, you understand? Search every inch of your surroundings on the assumption that they hide deadly traps.
うん。それからどうしたの？
Quiet, we've just begun our 6-hour stakeout period, of course.
長いわよ。そんなに待てるわけないでしょ。
What? By all rights, we should obtain a map, infiltrate, and watch from cover for a week in advance. I'm granting extraordinary permission for a raid after nothing more than an observation period, and you're still not satisfied? Just how far do you expect me to indulge your laziness, you spoiled bottle blood? You call yourself Japanese?
いいから簡単に教えなさいよ。簡単に。
Very well. I'll teach you the simplest possible method, using small words. First, we slowly open the door, then we throw the decoy. Next, we close the door and stand by until the decoys report. Listen up, maggot. You have a scouting mission to complete. Desertion in the face of the enemy is treason. If you turn your back on our foe and come crawling to safety, I'll re-educate you with my own hands. Calm down and maintain your composure. Don't let panic bind you. Use those holes in your head and call eyes. It's really hopeless. Very well. Go so far as to sing a song to give you courage. La la, gleaming like the morning sun. Walter Patch Judesi. See, you should decide to silence your breathing and hide. Compared to noisily trying to escape, it's a much wiser course of action. She's gained such instinctive understanding of the art of reconnaissance in this short time. Michiru, my friend, might make a scout out of you yet, She's collapsed on the floor, her eyes rolling around in her head. What's all this done? Hey Maggie, who authorized you to feign? Calm yourself, this thing is nothing more than an insect. Huh. Be eliminated, situation resolved. Told you to calm yourself, that kind of bee can't sting. Listen well. A bee stinger is part of its ovipositor, therefore males don't have one. Look closely, this thing is harmless.
本当だ、針がない。驚いて損した。じゃあどうしてみんな教室にいないの？
Sorry. They jumped to conclusions and mistook this for the dangerous variety, ran off to get insecticide or something.
そうか。蜂なんて怖くないんだからね。もう一匹いる。刺さないってわかるとそんなに怖くないわね。これも大丈夫なやつでしょ？
Giant hornet sting, also it's poisonous. It'll sting if you shout. Keep quiet. Listen carefully, Michiru. Giant hornets don't just sting, they inject potent venom. Slight digression, but this thing called Yak Killer because of its poison cocktail. Don't make any sudden movements. Walk slowly and keep quiet. Fortunately, you're blonde, so your coloration is similar to that of a hornet. In other words, there's no problem who accepts you as his friend.
本当に
Oh, offering a bohemian folk song, very sensible.
あ、こっちさんカチカチ言ってる。これ友達の証？
When you collect the mandibles together like that, it signifies a final warning. If you make any more stupid moves, you sin for sure.
お待たせしました。殺虫剤を調合するのに時間がかかってしまって申し訳ありません。
Sachi dragged the tank with an autonomizing nozzle and the hose in the room. Looks like it's designed for spraying agricultural chemicals. Apparently, it's full of her own cocktail.
おー、待ってました。早く殺虫剤を。みちる様の周辺を蜂がホバリングしてる。これは私お手製の神経毒が効果を発揮しそうですね。では霧吹きで噴霧しますのでしばしお待ちを。ちょっと待ちなさい。あんた今何毒って言った？
Neurotoxin. Sounds like he'll take that horn out for sure.
それをこっちにプシュプシュされたらまず私がどうにかなっちゃうでしょう。大丈夫ですみちる様。吸い込みさえしなければ問題ありません。いいですか？呼吸を15分ほど止めることができますよね。さあ行きますよ。できないわよ。ねえサチ、できないからね。そうですか。ではこれは使用できませんね。一発でコロリなんですが残念です。私がコロリでしょそれねえ。
Have to come up with a plan beyond this one end well. This hornet is pretty worked up.
それでなんでこの蜂私だけを狙ってるの？
Just how'd you do that, poor hornet?
してないと思うよ。だって私わかんない。やっぱり髪の毛の色が似てるから？それともツンデレが女王蜂とキャラかぶってるとか？みちる様、やはり一吹きだけでもいかがでしょうか？一吹きでも効果はありますので。効果があったらダメなんだってば。そうですか。今度は低空飛行で飛んでる。
Seems to be aiming at your legs, Michu. Do you think you'll be needing those in the future?
当たり前でしょ。
I see.
騒がしいわね。
ユミコ、こっち来ちゃダメ。
え、何？ちょっとわからないんだけど。
いや、そうじゃなくて足元に
待って、朝からあんまり大声出さないで。
Stepped on it.
何？ちゃんと話してくれる？
なんでもないです。
そう、それならいいんだけど。
Squatch hornet stuck flat to the bottom of her shoe. Scotty walks to her desk and takes out a book. While the guard glances over her briefly, she soon pulls out her bookmark with another word and begins moving her eyes across the line of the text. Sachi, there's gotta be a nest somewhere nearby. I think you can find it and give a dose of that cocktail of yours.
はい、かしこまりました。つまり、ユミコ最強説ってことね。
That's the type you want to make an enemy of. This the hornet incident just to a close without casualty. Just as they say, at times ignorance is bliss. After middle school, you won't be popular with the girls if all you can do is fight. You need brains too. Or so my master taught me. So are you smart then? In response to the obvious question, my master replied with women are more popular if they're a little dim-witted. I actually might have intended it as a joke, not that it was remotely funny. My master wasn't much of a comedian, but there's one thing I have to thank her for. Specifically, she's the one who really got me hooked on reading. There are a vast number of books in this world, and the majority are interesting in some way. If you get stuck with a seriously dull one, if you look at it critically and figure out why it's a failure, the time you spend with it isn't a complete waste. I devoured books like an addict when I was a kid. You know, me too. One time, when I was in treatment, I read books so much that they ended up banning me from reading books for 5 months. Because they said that I was isolating by reading too much. Such BS. My master would give me anything I wanted to read, even comics or porn magazines. It's a damn good thing if you can enjoy reading. Why? Lets you make use of the time you spend waiting in the dentist's office, doesn't it? Am I supposed to laugh now? Not to say I've gained much wisdom from what I've read in waiting rooms, but I think I can at least smile at those words today. Machina, you here? Let me go grab some more water really quick. Oops, I didn't mean to hit that. Anyways, I'm back. Sorry, what did you say?
開いてるのよ
Hey Machina, why are you in your own room?
ちゃんとドアに張り紙してあったでしょお隣のお部屋にいますって
True. Yes, there was a note on her door. Thing is, the paper was yellowed and wrinkled. There's no telling how long it's been up there. Are you always in Amane's room?
そうだね言われてみればずっといるような気もするのよさ
Yes, the room at your center is in fact Amane's. Looking around, a good half of the room is buried in random junk. I guess Machina has been doing her best imitation of a squirrel preparing for hibernation, depositing things here little by little with every visit.
まあ立ち話もなんだし入れよ
I appreciate the neighborly spirit, but this isn't your room.
誰か来たの？
はいお兄ちゃんが来たのよ
ああ、ユージくん？何？どうしたの？
Nothing much, just stop by to lend Machina a book.
何の？
It's for that thing. Point towards one of the items among Machina's pile of junk, an aquarium containing her crawfish. She asked me if I knew any books with detailed instruction by raising crawfish. Oh yeah, this is the crawfish she wants to turn blue. That's cute. So I took a look around the store by the station.
ああ、あんたが原因か、あのザリガニ。この子いきなり部屋に持ってきたかと思えば青くするって言い出してさ。最初は洗面器に入れてたんだけど、夜中に逃げ出すもんだから水槽セット買う羽目になったのよ。
Sorry about that.
別に責めてるわけじゃないわよ。この子が生き物に興味を持つのは悪くないことだし。
ね本は本
Fair news, this is it. The part about raising crawfish starts on page 38. The last two pages talk about getting them to turn blue.
ありがとう早速読むのよさ
As soon as Machina accepts the book from me, she sits down on the spot with a thumb and starts to rifle through the pages.
つーかさ、本当に青くなるの？
When I tried this experiment as a kid, there was a range of... Does she have a scar on her? Oh no, that's just her skin fold. There was a range of variation among the individuals, but most of them did turn some shade of blue.
なんか面白そうね。
By the way, Mon, I have a question of my own. Do you mind?
何さ？
Why exactly are you constantly half naked?
ああ、別にいつもじゃないっていうか、今私シャワー浴びてるところだったのよ。
I see.
つーか、突っ込むの遅くね？
Try to work on that. But I mean, do you think you'd do the cat thing and hide your chest before I got a chance to bring it up usually? I'm on it, no more concerned with the glance with my glance than before. Walks briskly to her vanity and flips on a hairdryer.
私って汗っかきでさ、夏場は1日3回ぐらいはシャワー浴びるのよね。
Damn, I'm a heavy sweater too.
油断してるとおっ
いや
ぱいの下に汗もができたりで大変なのよ。
Real ones. Big tits are tough in their own way, I see.
ねお兄ちゃんなんか飲もう
Yeah, if you're
じゃ
offering.
あちょっと待っててね今用意するのよさ
Machina places her book on the floor and opens Amani's refrigerator, then promptly sticks her head in and starts rooting around like she owns the place. It's basically as much room as Amani's by this point.
なに？なんか言った？
Just how long has Machina been hanging around in this
あ
room?
そうね。 マキナがこの学園に来てからずっとかな。この子一人だと夜中に大声上げて泣くから。
失敬なのよさ。今はもう泣かないのよ。時々自分のお部屋に帰って寝てるもの。
月に一度帰るかどうかじゃない。しかも私に怒られた時とかそんな時ばっかり。
ねえ、お兄ちゃんはああやって意地悪なことばっかり言う女をどう思う？
Okay, it's a rare thing to find a woman other than your mother who'll nag you. Take good care of her, alright?
もう、お兄ちゃんまでそんなことを言う。ずい
Oh
ぶ
my
んと
god.
住みにくい世の中になったものよさ。飲
Damn,
まなきゃ
Makina.
やってられないのよさ。
As she speaks, she hands me a can of orange juice. Look, Makina, can you do something with this Onichan thing?
なんで？
Well, like I put this feels a little awkward.
そのうち慣れると思うのよ。私もマキナって呼ばれるの慣れたし。
What do you mean? You're only being called by your own name?
実はね、私マキナって名前あんまり好きじゃないのよさ。なんかマキナってワギナみたいなのよさ。
What?
だからワギナ。
I see, well, that's certainly a very feminine
で
name.
もね、ワギーナって言うとなんかアイドルっぽいよね。
Yeah, whatever you say. Hey, Amane.
ん？何さ？
Is this girl high? Just what are you putting in her food?
失礼ね。何も変なものは食べさせてないわよ。
So she says, but this is like talking to those guys who self-medicate the night before a major operation. I feel like I'm dealing with someone who sees things they shouldn't see and hears voices they shouldn't hear. Instinctively, I drop my hand on Maki's head and vigorously ruffle her hair
い
around.
てよ。
Your faithfuls don't like that, Elliot.
そんなに疑うならあんたも食べてく。
What?
だから晩ご飯。今夜はおでんにするつもりだから人数増えても平気だし。
ほほう。おでんというと。
違います。あなたが今想像したのは北欧神話の最高神です。
ポケをインターセプトされた。がっかりなのよさ。
The hell?
まあいいからいいから食べていきなさい。
Hey.
下手に断ってアマネーに恥かかせちゃダメなのよ。いいからおいで。
I'm gonna use my hand just forcefully drawing you further inside. Don't worry, fine. Probably don't pay anything else, just like a nose do anyway. I eat pretty much anything that's put in front of me. But I do have some foods I find a little difficulty with on a psychological level.
はい、ここ座って。
Yeah. Offered a cushion with a cute girly design, I sit down a bit reluctantly. In an instant, Machina has popped herself down on top of my knees. I kind of a sus angle. Look, you.
何さ。
Why are you sitting on my lap?
嫌なの？
What I'm saying, but it sounds familiar. I heard you say it till now, but Machina seemed to have a habit of imitating Amani's speech. Now that I think of it, you know, she's always tagging onto the end of her sentences for no particular reason. Seems like it might be a corruption of Amani's frequent, you know. Amakina's forcible tone and attitude towards men also reminds me of a certain someone. They do say pets start to resemble their owners. Someday this girl might well become some sort of evil woman who walks around with her tits hanging halfway out, seducing struggling shopkeepers into giving away their livelihood. You can't have that. To tell the truth, from my current position, Machina's modest breasts are clearly visible. Jesus. For this of certain taste, these things might have power to tempt exceeding that of Amani's oversized udder. Jesus.
何？
Hey, Amane.
何よ、今手が離せないんだけど。
Why does this girl jump on a men's laps without a second thought? I'm leaning toward blaming you.
はあ？嫌なら下ろせばいいじゃない。
I'm saying I hate it, but if she wants to casually hopping on to strange old men in town, I think we might run into some problems.
大丈夫よ。言ったと思うけど、マキナって結構人見知りするから。
Oops.
っていうか、あんたたちいつの間にそんなに仲良くなったの？
Well, we had a couple chances to talk recently, I guess.
それにしたってこの子がこんなに早く男の人に懐くのって初めてよ。あんたマキナに何したの？
Nothing in particular comes to mind.
男の人とは話すのだって苦手なのに、マキナとまともに会話できる男の人って八百屋のおじさんぐらいよ。
That fact. So why is Machina gun so attached to me? I don't remember taming her with food. Or teaching her dirty games my mom used back. I searched my memory, but nothing really stands out.
ね、お兄ちゃん、これ開けて。
Henry descends to my room and hastens. She pushes her can of orange juice towards me and tilts her head up to the side as she asks for help. Pretty standard pattern of a woman playing the Malay type. I try to circle the male heart with an appeal to my own helplessness. But her fingers are stubby and thin. I wouldn't be surprised if opening can really was a challenge. Yeah, here you
あり
go.
がとう、お兄ちゃん。
何？なんかあんたたち本当に仲がいいわね。マキナがこんなに人に甘えるのって珍しいわよ。
And if you tried to pull something like that, I'd probably
な
punch
ん
you,
で
right?
私本人に同意を求めるかな。それで私になんて答えろっての？
She doesn't let anybody pamper her like
そう
this.
ね。私以外にそうやってベタベタすることってほとんどないかな。
I see. But then Amakia's paying attention to our conversation about her. She continues to flip through the book on my lap without comment.
もうマキナ、おっぱい見えてるってば。ブラしなさいっていつも言ってるでしょ。
はーい。だってあれ、きついのよ
God,
さ。
this game was so obviously written by a man.
きついって言うほど出っ張っちゃいないでしょがあんた。いいからおいで。
もうちょっとで読み終わるのに。
ほら、着せてあげるから立って。
Bonnie reaches her hand out of her Machina's armpits and forcefully drags her up off my knees. Sense of emptiness might be going a bit far, but the sudden removal of that limp, warm creature from my lap leaves me feeling slightly lonely.
はい、ちゃんと自分の足で立つの。
うんよ。
もう足踏んでるし。
ごめんよ。
もうほら、キャミ脱がすから万歳して。
万歳。
Hey, how about having her put her clothes on by
こ
herself?
の子服着るの下手なのよ。っていうか服が嫌いなのね。病院ではずっとスモックしか着てなかったって言うし。
Why was she in the hospital? Gowns?
ほら、病院で手術を受ける人が着るやつ、背中で縛って着るの。あれ
Alright.
ばっかり着てたせいか、ゆるっとした服じゃないと嫌がるし。こうやって誰かが服を着せてあげないとパンツすら履かないのよね。ちょっと
あ、まあね。痛いよ。
我慢しなさい。こうやって背中と脇の下から脂肪を寄せ集めてカップに詰めるの。そうすればほら、ちょっと出っ張るでしょ。
息苦しいの。
女ってのは息苦しいものなのよ。はい、できた。
Oh my god.
巨乳？
Yeah, they're shockingly big. What do you get you scared of hair like that?
パン？あとイチゴ。
そりゃ単純にあんたの好きな食べ物でしょうが。
Sonka likes bread and strawberries best, huh? Getting childish taste, but I guess that fits with her
基本
personality.
的にあんまりご飯食べないのよこの子。でもなぜかパンと果物だけはよく食べるのよね。
パンは硬いパンがいいのよさ。
Hard bread? What's that?
ほら、フランスパンとかドイツの方の硬いパンあるでしょ。日本人は普通さ、ふわふわでもちもちしたパンが好きなんだけど、なぜか
ふにゃふにゃしたパンなんざ歯の悪いグランマの食い物なのよさ。パンはやっぱりどっしりとした重みと歯ごたえがないと美味しく。
まあ朝はあんまり食べたがらないんだけど、チーズとハムとレタスをライ麦パンに挟んだサンドイッチならもりもり食べるわよ。
I see.
ねえあまね、私もう本読んでいい？
いいわよ。ちゃんと床に座って読みなさい。ユージくんの膝の上でジュースこぼしたりしないように。
ふーい。
You don't have it easy, do you, Wane?
まあ 手のかかる子だけど、そこが可愛いって思えばあまり苦にはならないし、変な子だなとは思うけど、これがあの子の素の状態なのよね。
I'm not sure who didn't suspect the girl's purposely acting younger than her age to take advantage of her child looks. But in this case, I don't think I can disagree. That really is just how she is.
それにね、あの子自分で自分のことバカだって言うけど、そんなに頭が悪いわけじゃないのよ。むしろ私なんかよりずっと頭いいんだから。
Well, I suppose you use the standard. The gap isn't quite that dramatic, but...
失礼な。というか、マキナを侮っちゃダメよ。証拠見せてあげようか。
Demonstration?
マキナ、ちょっとおいで。
なんなのよさ。
あんたその本読み終わった？
そうね、大体は。
じゃあその本ちょっと貸してみ。問題出してあげる。
いいけど。
Why don't you take the book from Akina and promptly hands it over to me?
ね、そんじゃ161ページ。
動物の進化シリーズ、大型恐竜の時代、中生代ジュラ紀。約1億4600年前から2億年前、中生代第2の時代はジュラ紀と呼ばれ、恐竜の時代としてよく知られている。三畳紀に出現した恐竜たちは数多くの種を生み出し、その繁栄は後の白亜紀まで続く。
あれ？これってザリガニの本じゃないの？
It's a general book about animals aimed at children. There's a lot of other stuff in there as well. I opened the book Moana handed me to page 161. Spread across the page is a colored illustration of a plesiosaur, and words in bold white typeface spread all around it.
内容は合ってる？
She was indeed, without a single misplaced word.
じゃあ次は29ページ。
そこは広告ページ。合文社の子供の学習シリーズ、働く自動車、神秘の世界宇宙、野鳥で見る環境科学、絶滅した愉快な動物。日本の工場、コンタクトレンズができるまで、土と微生物の働き、有機栽培の野菜作り。
じゃあ86ページは？
猫より犬の方が賢いって本当？犬の種類の多様性は他の種をはるかにしのぎ、多岐にわたる。長年人間の手によって交配されてきた犬の歴史は、狩猟用や刀剣用や今なおその種を増やし続けている。
どう？合ってるでしょ？
She's correct, alright.
どうよ、すごくない？この短時間でパラパラっと流し読みしただけで、あの本の内容丸々一冊全部覚えちゃったんだよ。天才じゃない？
Yeah, it's pretty amazing to be sure.
あれ？あんまり驚いてないね。
Okay, I've got a question. Do you remember the photograph of the bird on page 144?
覚えてるのよ。
What color is it? If I see blue, you sort of think blue, but if I see red, you
わ
think
かんない。
red? That's so.
なーに？どういうこと？
Seems like Machina memorizes the pages in monochrome. This is the color of information. Easier to memorize it quickly that way, right?
そういうことなのよさ。
いや、ごめん。私にはさっぱりわからない。
Tell the truth, my sister had the exact same skill. First noticed my big sister's speed reading when she was 7 years old. Watching her flip through a stack of books from the school library incredibly quickly, I couldn't suppress my curiosity. Can you really read like that? Sister answered, I'm not reading them, but I am memorizing the contents, in a perfectly casual tone of voice. Completely incredulous, I tested my sister on the spot. Exactly like Amani did with Machina just now. I gave her a page number and asked her to read me back the contents. Of course, she remembered every single word. According to her, it's much faster to memorize the books when they're in black and white. When dealing with books where color information wasn't important, she could even memorize 2 pages simultaneously using her left and right eye. I was totally dumbfounded at the time. 4 years later, at the time she was 11, my sister was managing rapid memorization of color books as well. And thanks to long hours of practice, her left and right eye could actually memorize separate books simultaneously. Hearing that one passed the level of surprise was outright terrifying. Basically, she's not reading the book, she's recording the pages as an image in the right side of her brain. When you ask about the content, she reproduces the image in her right brain and reads it by consciously interpreting the characters with her left brain. Sounds about right, Machina?
そうそう、うまく説明できないけど、そういうことなのよさ。
わかんないな。具体的にはどうやってるの？
I don't know the details myself. That's basically looking at a page as a picture instead of lines of the characters, and saving a mental snapshot, ignoring the meaning. She processes it rapidly as light information. Don't have to manually infuse it. To put it more simply, it's sort of like she's downloading a compressed file to her hard drive and extracting what she needs later, I guess.
何それ？つまり本を読み終わった時点では本の内容を知らないってこと？
Yeah, exactly.
私の一番の問題は、一度覚えたはずなのに、その記憶をどこにしまったか忘れちゃうことなのよさ。
ダメじゃん。
And if you can record something in your mind, your memory as a whole can still be a disorganized mess. Apparently, you can work on that by training your synapses.
どうやって？
If you repeatedly memorize the same information, it stimulates your synapses and makes it harder to forget. Consider record the same image 8 times over before you share the page. Other than that, you can also memorize by moving your body in specific ways, which ties the image to your procedural memory, which makes it more durable.
よくわかんねえ。
That's fine, not like there's any reason you have to turn it into a genius like that.
そうそう。天才になったところで得られるのは賞賛じゃなくて敵意と嫉妬だって言うじゃない？
Who's they? Where did you hear that?
誰だっけ？なんかの本で読んだような気がするけど覚えてないわ。
ねえ、あまねえ、ザリガニに餌あげる時間だよ。
はいはい。今缶詰開けてあげるからちょっと待ってなさい。
Okay, this will be my swinger, but it's always starts to leave my mouth, Machina firmly grabs hold of my hand.
ねえ、座って。一緒に本を読んでほしいのよさ。
Did you finish already?
そうだけど、一緒にいてほしいのよさ。
No, that's not really what I meant.
ねえ、知ってる？女には男に甘えたい日があるものなのよ。
Ah, it's the first I've heard of it.
それがなんと今日なのよさ。だから甘えさせてくれなきゃダメなのよ。
Hey, I guess there's no helping at that. I want to be spoiled, so you would spoil me. What an unreasonable demand. This is the one you think you would laugh in her face, call her an idiot, finish things off with a poke to the forehead. For some reason, when Machina gets all clingy, it's a bit difficult to fight back. Can't get myself to be too hard on her. Maybe it's because she looks and acts like a child. Soft on children, well, this isn't a bad thing by any means, but I'm probably the type who dies first when terrorists start dropping bombs to their kids. Whoa, what the hell? That is an extreme example. But now that I think about it, it's not like you're really that much younger than me, are you? Don't give me that puzzled face.
まあ、ほら、こっち来て座って。そして抱っこしてちょうだい。
Look, you just sit out here today's a one-night deal. Don't think I'll let you cling to me whenever you want, get it?
はいはい。もう、お兄ちゃんってば本当にツンデレなんだから。
Good. Get with this. Never really given the matter any thought, but could it be that I'm really a tsundere? I mean, can we define that term first? Isn't the tsundere a subspecies of woman that's usually prickly and harsh, but then goes all gooey and sweet for some reason? In that case, I don't get it. What exactly have I ever been in that saturine lovey-dovey mode? Well, come to think of it, I'm letting Machina occupy my knee like this. So I have to admit my aura of masculinity seems to have faded a bit. But this is merely an expression of my magnanimous spirit towards the young. Not like I'm giving her lap access because I personally enjoy having her there or anything.
そうだ。ねえ、ユージくん。
What?
そういえばさ、ザリガニの餌ってサバの水煮缶でもいいのかな？
Oh yeah, basically anything that carotene in it is fine.
おや？
That's supposed to mean. Lazar, you're making me ill. If you have something to say, how about you
い
say
や
it?
ー、なんかもうすっかり懐いてるなぁと。いいな、羨ましい。
You're the one who told me to make friends with Machina, you know?
やだな、別に責めてないじゃない。でも正直こんなに早く馴染むとは思ってなかったからちょっと意外かな。あれ、マキナ寝ちゃった？
Say what? I thought you'd been usually quiet for a few seconds there, but at some point Machina's eyes had fallen shut. So sitting on my lap, her head is jerking back and forth with her breathing. Gestures like to submit it again.
ああ、マキナはね、たまにあるのよ。そうやって突然寝ちゃうことが。
Come to think of it, there was a time I found her in the rose garden, unconscious in the bushes. Frequent occurrence.
頭をたくさん使った時とかたまにね。さっき本を読んでたからそれが原因かも。その子、放っておくと1日14時間ぐらい眠るのよ。
Really does remind you of a cat, doesn't she?
時々立ったまま寝ちゃうことがあって、そのまま倒れて頭を打ったりするから気をつけないといけないんだけど、今日はユウジくんの膝の上で助かったわ。ユウジくんのこと相当気に入ってるみたいね。
I get it. Why are you gonna talk to someone like me?
そう？私にはなんとなくわかるような気もするな。
Huh?
そう、例えばさ、ユウジくんはマキナのことを見てかわいそうな子だなって思う？
No, can't say it does. More like what a hopeless kid. Can't say I've ever felt pity for her.
でしょ？まずはそれが一番の理由じゃないかな。
Your number two reason?
そうね。ユウジくん本人はあんまり自覚がないかもしれないけど、っていうか、ちょっと可愛いと思ってない？
I'm not sure about that one. Well, I definitely don't hate her. That said, I definitely thought of her as annoying more often than cute. Maybe you got the wrong idea about my Yamane, but I tend to say what I think even to kids. But my hand annoys me, I tell her straight
そ
out.
うやってマキナが膝の上で寝ちゃってるのにどかそうともしない人の言うことじゃないよ、それ。
Well, that's... well... just trying to be real reason to wake her up at the moment, I guess.
でもまあ、そうだね。変に我慢して同情されるより、はっきりと言ってくれる人の方が分かりやすいのね、マキナには。
Don't you generally add sympathy? When she does something truly stupid, I don't overlook it out of pity. Maki actually prefers not that way, is that what she's saying?
それでいて、結局はマキナに甘いしね。そりゃ懐くわよ。
I'm sweet to her?
まあいいんじゃない？そういうらしくないところも含めてユウジくんなんだしさ。
Since when are you such an expert on my character?
お、マキナ起きた？まあ15分ぐらいかな。何か夢を見た？
覚えてない。
そっか。じゃあはいこれ。
何？
サバ缶だよ。ザリガニに餌をあげるんでしょ？
そっか。たくさん食べて。
Are you turning around? Is that a good idea?
いつものことだし平気よ。
Sure about that? Seems to be eating from the can.
いつものことだし平気よ。
Yeah, it's kind of feel like you don't give a damn.
それもいつものことよ。
Haha. With those sticks happening, I shot through my attempt to laugh and I'm sent into a coughing fit.
ちょっと大丈夫
Wanting after that, finished getting orange juice, Magna left lying on the table, hands to me. I go up to the contents immediately. Hi, I'm terrible at laughing as I am at smiling. It's also perfect, of course.
それはいつか直してあげなきゃね。
Fix? Why is that necessary? In the first place, is the crappy smile really something you can fix?
まあとりあえずあんたの作り物っぽい笑顔とマキナのデタラメな言葉遣いを直してあげるのが私。
私の言葉遣いのどこがおかしいっていうのよさ。
まず自分の言葉遣いがおかしいってことに 本人が気がついていないってのが一番の問題よね。
うっさいしゃくれ。
Oh my god. Chin face.
あんたなんやその口の利き方。しゃくれてへんわ。ほんでこんこれ待ち。いや
ダメ。
こん子はほんま誰に似たんか口の悪い。ええ加減にせんとお口縫うてまうよ。
そんなに強く引っ張ったらダメなの。
Every once in a while, I find a person with a bad habit they're not even aware of until someone points it out to them. Watching the scene, I've had my suspicions more or less confirmed. Makina's strange quirk seems to be partially the result of contamination from Amani's admirable habits. But as a humble and discreet gentleman, I'm frankly at a loss as to whether to disrupt the status quo by informing Amani of the log in her eye. My deeply ingrained pain in the ass warning system is also kicking in. There's a good chance the messenger is going to get killed in this one, so my lips are remaining sealed for the moment. The human mind is a well-designed place for machinery. Piece of machinery. It has ways to cope with the coexistence of pros and cons, truths and fictions. When your mind finds itself facing a contradiction, your thoughts tend to fly off in a completely unrelated directions. It's a self-defense mechanism, just like the burning need to clean. It always pops up the night before the big test. So before I realize it, my attention has been drawn to the pleasant rattling sound, something boiling in the pan. The oven broth smooth. Sorry, I mix up those words. A flavor for smell tickles my nose. I'm hungry. The end of the other 30 minutes before I eat my dinner for the day. Oh, I'm gonna pause here. Alright, now you guys can see it. One sec. Healthy spirit dwells in a healthy body. It's easy to laugh those words off as a relic of the baby boomer generation's Neanderthal obsession with building character through guts and willpower, but fact, it seems there's actually a good amount of scientific data linking moderate physical exercise positive psychotropic effects. Personally, having been brought up with a simplistic lesson that basic physical strength decides things in the end, I don't have any objection to moving my body. That said, man, I really hope we can still collab on Monday. My dental cleaning meeting to be more intensive than I thought, but I look forward to Mondays so much ever since we started collabing. Well, Mochi, I really like it too, and I'm excited to continue in the Mori. So if you want, we can try to do another day. If it's hurting too much, we can try Tuesday. That's okay. We can always reschedule, you know?
おっしゃーしまっていこう。
Namane's pointlessly powerful voice resounds across the field. In response, there's vaguely apathetic chorus of "yeah" from her classmates. An unenthusiastic "yeah" from the transparently disinterested Michiru. A dopey "yes" from Makina, unintentionally draining any sort of motivation from all who hear it. Vigorous "yeah" from Sachi, taking everything seriously as always, but her voice cracks shrilly at the clearly unfamiliar exercise. And finally, stony silence from Sakaki, who's sulking like a prideful middle schooler forced to participate in children's athletic meet. The only one of the bunch with any real energy would be Amane, thrusting her fist to heaven from her position on the mound. That would be good. Hopefully it doesn't come to that, but if it does, Tuesday or another day that week would be nice. Yeah, we can do that. We'll just see, so no pressure. If you're not feeling up to it Monday, we can just do another day. There's no worries. As for me, without beginning of a clue as to what's about to take place here, staring absent-mindedly up at the sky. And how are you doing today, everybody? Hey, Amane.
おう、なんじゃい俺。
Why are you so ridiculously fired up?
うちの子たちってなんでかみんなインドア派っていうか 体を動かすのが嫌いな子が多くてね。こうしてから元気でテンション上げていかないとなかなかやる気出さないのよ。
なんだ貴様ら、どいつもこいつも青秒炭みてえな顔しやがって。気合を入れろ。ジジイのピーの方がまだ気合が入っている。
I've seen old men fuck harder than you move. Jesus.
この腐れピーども。
Jesus. Well, it seems like we've gotten some exploding with a weird sort of drill surgeon energy at least.
ちょっと待っててね。マキナ、ちょっとこっちおいで。
Amane sees his Machina's head from above like a basketball. Forcefully carries her off to the
マキ
shadows.
ナ、元気なのはいいけど言葉遣い気をつけようねっていつも言ってるよね。ダメって言っちゃダメだぞ。
Amane's voice somehow manages to be both sickly sweet and ice cold. It's enough to send shivers down my spine. Machina's bitter, heart-rending screams don't help either. I think Amane's trying to maintain a relatively kind tone of voice, but she's actually more frightening as a result. Across my mind, this could very well be described as bullying, but considering the current climate of hypersensitivity towards such matters, I'll refrain from forcing any hasty conclusion.
どうでもいいけど、やるならさっさと始めましょうよ。時間なくなるわよ。
Fine by me, but what is it exactly we're
いつ
doing?
ものスポーツでしょ。バカバカしい。どうして私がこんなことに付き合わなければいけないのかしら。
Sports? I was hoping for more specific details, but playing sports in gym class hardly seemed ridiculous, more like completely commonplace.
それは私からご説明しましょう。
Hamtaro? Okay, let me add him. Oh wait, why am I up here again? It's so random. I don't know why it does that sometimes. Weird. Anyways. Hamtaro. I think he's up here. There he is. Hey, boo, Hamtaro. Grisaia. For that, I've got an unreal question. If that's alright. Wait, did I do transparent? Yeah, I did. I need to have more options for my props. I'm hoping to. Yeah, you do need to, Mochi.
はい、どうぞ。
Why are you the only one in a main uniform?
はい。
Don't give me that totally nonplussed look. For a second, you almost convinced me that I was wearing one here.
あ、この服ですか？よくご覧になれば一目瞭然かと存じますが、ご覧の通り、これは体操用のメイド服で。
Alright, let's move on. Shouldn't have asked. My mistake. The strangest thing here wasn't her clothes. It was me expecting anything resembling common sense from a student at this school. Okay, so what exactly does sports involve here?
ですね、なんと言いますか、種目の名前はないんですよ。キックベースのような、サッカーのような、ソフトボールのような、ドッジボールのような、それらすべての要素を加味した新ジャンルとでも言いますか。
What kind of extreme sport is this? All I got out of your description is that there's probably a ball involved.
はい、使用するのはバレーのボールです。
She hands me a large round ball she's been holding on to.
このボールをあそこのピッチャーマウンドから投げまして、バッターボックスに立った打者が手にしたバットでそれを打ちます。
They hit a volleyball with the bat?
はい、打球が内野に転がったら打者は一塁へ向かって走ります。守備側は打球をキャッチして走者に向かって思いっきりボールを投げつけます。それが走者に当たったらアウトです。3アウトでチェンジです。
What if someone catches the ball on the fly?
それもアウトです。その辺は野球に近いかもしれないですね。
When and why did this strange game come into fashion?
別に流行ってるわけじゃないわよ。ただうちの学校って今まで学生が5人しかいなかったから。それにソフトボールをやりたいとかドッジボールがいいとかいろいろと意見が分かれまして。
So you ended up just doing all of them at once? Was this your doing, Sakaki?
そうやって何でもかんでも私のせいにしないでほしいわね、もう確かに言い出したのは私だけれど
Don't complain when I
い
blame
つま
you.
でたっても意見の一致が見られないからだったら全部やればいいと言っただけよ別に全てをいっぺんにやれと言った覚えはないわそれよりもルールが理解できたのならさっさと始めてほしいのだけれど
Look, if you understand the rules, can't we just get started already? What about Amane and Makina?
いるわよここに。
引っこ抜けっかと思ったのよさ。
What
首
exactly?
とか魂とか。
Amane.
何よ教育でしょこの子ってば注意してあげないとどんどん汚い言葉を覚えてバンバン使いたがるんだから。
Are you a mother or what? So after 15 minutes of wasted time, when the Mane's second shouted, "Alright, let's do this," our bewildering match of mystery extreme sports begins. Through the impartial results of the rock, paper, scissors matches, the teams are divided as follows. Bear team, pitcher, Amane, catcher, Sakaki, fielder, Makina. Rabbit team, pitcher, Yuji, catcher, Sati, fielder, Michiru. Interesting. Our rabbit team ends up being first to bat. The leadoff batter dons a softball helmet, grabs a colorful metal bat, and takes her place in the
よ
batter's
ー
box.
しかかってきなさい。
The grating high-pitched sound, Michiru thrusts her bat out to the point on the pitcher's mound. Romani signaling her stance with the volleyball in hand. What's this? Considering how pathetic she was, Michiru's gone surprisingly into it now that the game started.
ええ、みちる様は何と言いますか。とりあえず何でも嫌ってみて何にでも面倒くさがってみるところから始める人なんですけどいざ始まってしまえば一番ムキになる方ですから
I see. If I really wish I was the first one to get bored.
ご明察です
Unaware of the critical analysis she's receiving from her teammates, she takes a few vigorous practice swings and glares up at
前
Amane.
回の借り今日こそ返してあげるわあーなんだっけおめえ挽回ちょっと言い間違えただけでしょ
Oh yeah, also guys, tomorrow I'm going to be playing Baldur's Gate, so that's exciting. Look forward to that. Watching Michiru stamp her feet in frustration in the batter's box, I whispered to Sachi, who's sitting next to me on the bench. So what happened last
は
time?
い前回の授業でみちる様はあまねさんから1点も取ることができなかったんですそれでまあ試合終了後に大きな声でこのおめえはいつか挽回するから覚えていなさいと
Grace seems to be something you want to repay, not regain. Guess the words are kind of similar. Michiru must have gotten all excited and shouted out a garbled sentence before she even knew what she was saying. Just a thought here. Might Michiru be something of an
なんと
idiot?
も申し上げにくいです
Hell yeah, Baldur's Gate. Yeah!
聞こえてるわよごちゃごちゃうるさい
I'm excited, guys. I hope you guys enjoy it too. Yeah, sorry, didn't intend to distract you. We'll keep quiet. So please regain as much disgrace as you
だ
like.
からおめえは返上するもので挽回するものじゃないのよラッキー
Nature's grief feels like a drugged monkey and branches her bat overhead. Mommy's first pitch sails over the plate.
ストライク
こーらずるいわよなんもずるないわ試合はもう始まってんね屈辱だ
Saving her turn from throw some from Kaki, Amane carefully finds her foothold in the pitcher's mound. Feel the smile on her
ほら
face.
第2球行くわよ来い
An intense shot, Michiru takes a firm hold of her bat and fixedly watches Amane's pitching motion. Looking closely, Michiru got the position of her hands on the bat reversed. If I mention that now, I get the feeling her only response would be another shut-it. Guess I'll watch over her gallant battle with a sign of respect. Mani twists her long limbs into a sidearm motion, and the volleyball soars towards the squatting Skaki's hands at an ideal velocity and angle.
ホームラン
Explosion of energy. Michiru swings her bat at full force, but tragically she cuts through the empty air of a good 10 centimeters above the top of the ball. Her blonde twin tail swinging aimlessly
2
behind
スト
her.
ライク。
なんでよ
Michiru slammed her bat on the home plate in towering range.
ふんあと1球よみちるちゃんちゃんって言うな子供扱いしないでよ次こそは打つこの日のために編み出した伝説の打法が
Hey, Michiru.
何よ
Get your hands rolled.
あ
You're batting right, so your right hand should be on top. You got it backward.
知ってるわよわざとよどう持つのよ
You're actually clueless. Hold with your right fist higher on the bat and your left fist
そ
below.
ういうことはもっと早く言いなさいよなんなのよもうねえ続けていいのいいわよいつでも来なさいよもう少し待ちなさいよどっちなの来い
Michiru bears her fighting spirit. Amani's face briefly expressed dubious. Are you sure about that? But she's not the type to think too hard about this sort of thing. Her expression soon gives way to a smirking grin.
んじゃ全力でいくよ
Forcefully swinging the ball up in her right hand, Amani takes a step forward on the mound, throwing the movement of her entire body into the pitch. The ball flies out of Amani's hand, whistling through the air directly at its target, which is
み
Michiru.
ちる様危ない想定通りよ
Michiru, anticipating the beanball, pulls a half step with her pivot leg and swings around a wide
そ
arc.
らえ伝説のピッチャー返し
Her vigorous stroke of the bat catches the ball beautifully in the sweet spot, sending it flying back towards Amani on the mound.
あれは伝説のピッチャー返しです
Well, when she screams, so I would assume so. Exactly where and how this thing became a legend is a question for another day. Ball rushes straight back towards Amane, who's still in awkward position from releasing her pitch. Thinks would hit her. Swings out for a split second. She nimbly recovers and takes the firm stance as the ball approaches her.
必殺ピッチャー返し返し
Turning to the side, she swings with her left elbow and leaves a firm right-handed fist stab in model karate form. The resounding thud, the ball sent flying back towards Dimitri standing in the batter's box.
己こさくなヒギピッチャー返し返し返し
Dimitri fires the right bat.
無駄もだピッチャー返し返し返し返しおーピッチャー返し返し返し返し返しのーりゃーピッチャー返し返し返し返し返し返し
Earth thought we would find ourselves in a deadlock, or rather, what the hell is with this development? It reminded me of those martial arts matches where both fighters run into the corner of the ring at the first call, stop dead, and just start bashing away at each other. But where do things go from here? Are they planning to repeat the picture payback until they just run out of steam? Can't read the next move. Strange gauge. No apparent path to victory for either side.
負けるなゴーあまねゴーピッチャー投げし
Grisaia.
はいなんでしょう
Exactly the picture
さ
path.
あおそらくですけどマキちゃんは舌が短いのでピッチャー返しと言おうとしてセリフを噛んだだけかと
I see.
ピッチャー返し返し返し返し返し返し返しなんとピッチャー返し返し返し返し返し返し返し返し
Darkness applies the battle to the death between the mound and the batter's box machine. As long as it's repetitive, of course. But I mean, what exactly are they getting all worked up over? It's too damn hot for this. I suppose women have their own battles that must be fought to the bitter end. This is clearly a contest between two truly indomitable spirits. By the way, Sachi,
はいなんでしょう
how long is this futile scene going to continue?
さあおそらくはどちらかが諦めるか飽きるかするまでだと思いますけど
Really a thrilling leadership battle. Mind if I take this opportunity to buy a drink?
あ私が買ってきましょうか
No, I take a look at myself this time. My worried Sachi scares me with its searching glare.
まさか榊さんみたいにジュースを買いに行くって言ってそのまま帰ってこないつもりじゃないですよねダメですよ
As I thought, damn, she saw right through me, runs through my head. I make eye contact with Sakaki, who's still crouched behind the
何
plate.
なのこっちを見ないでくれる
There's a previous
う
offender,
る
eh?
さいわねこんなの時間の浪費だわ
Oh, can't argue with that. So your daughters have to watch over the battle at the end, with the calm gaze of the elderly, watching their overly energetic grandchildren skip rope with all their might. Much as I'm beginning to think that the fiery class of pride between Michiru and Wani might truly never end, the conclusion arrives in an unexpected form.
じゃあ返し返し返し返し返し返し返し返し返し返し返し返し返しじゃあ返し返し返し返し
Hey Sachi,
はい、なんでしょう。
what does that gotcha no
さ
signify?
あ、おそらくですけれど、天音さんが足を滑らせて足首をくじいた音ではないでしょうか。
I see. Wait, should that be my reaction here? So, isn't that kind of
や
bad?
ばいですか？
She stares back at me blankly for a moment. After a beat, her eyes widen and her mouth springs open.
いえ、やばいですよ。
She hurried down off the bench. Maki is already rushing up to Mane, who's currently writhing on the mound.
死ぬなーいたたたた
That might look like a slapstick comedy scene if you squint. The atmosphere is actually pretty tense, until a burst of outplaced laughter breaks it.
それ見たことか
This is so anime. Top 10 anime battles of all time, for real. Michiru points towards the mound with her right hand. Her left hand is resting on her hip. Her proud face is the image of a woman triumph.
この私に
Bitch! Oh my god.
この私に勝負を挑もうなんて10年早いわよ
To really be striking victory for their night, you completely burn yourself out.
うるさいわねこの程度なんてことダメごめんクラクラするサチ酸素持ってきて
Her vape poise abruptly falling altogether. Michiru's body begins to shake violently. She claps to her knees on the spot with her thumb.
倒れたよチルチルも死んだよオーマイガーなんてこったどうして私の好きになる人はみんな死んじゃうのよさ
Fucking
死ん
Maki,
で
no.
ないからちょっと立ちくらみがうえ
Michiru scanned her sparkling ball into the ground with a sickening gurgle. Would this be so-called double KO? Sachi, in this case, we declare her the one who stands up as the 10-count winner.
いえ、もうそういった場合じゃないと思います。すみません、風見さん。私はみちる様の様子を見ますので、天音さんの方お願いできますか？
Roger.
どじったあまね大丈夫今長く切って曲がっちゃいけない方に足が曲がってたよね
Oh no. Probably shouldn't try to stand. If the bone's broken, the pressure may break its skin.
怖いこと言わないでよ
Look, just stay put. Let me see your foot.
うん
Lonnie, supported by her hand, slowly shifts to sitting position on the mound. Take her right leg in my hand, lift it up, take a look. Not any worse than I expected. Fortunately, it doesn't seem to be a fracture, but there's red swelling beginning around the joint. It doesn't seem to be broken, but a sprain? Well, for unlucky, it might be a partial fracture.
捻挫か久しぶり私さ身長の割に足のサイズが小さいから昔からよく転ぶのよね
Either way, it's the infirmary for you. Can you see?
なんとか
Put weight on your right foot. Just let yourself onto my back. Don't give me that. I'm so bad right now because you're pumped full of adrenaline from shock. But if you overdo it, you'll be crying later. Hurry up and get on.
優しいどうしたの急に
I'm not gonna play along with your jokes right now. You're hurt. Stop wasting time and do what I tell you. Oh, you're getting dominant. Cute. Amane softly leans her body against my back, grabs the shoulders of my gym uniform somewhat hesitantly. You need a better grip than that. Wrap your arms around. Get hold of my neck.
分かったわよこう
As instructed, she wraps her arms around my neck, pushing her breast firmly off my back. Normally I'd be throwing a joke or two at this point, but this isn't the time. Sachi, take care of the infirmary. How's Machu?
はいみちる様は今酸素吸入中です。5分程度で回復すると思われます。
Nature lies flat on the ground, limp as a beach tuna. Oh my god. Sachi's holding a portable can of oxygen in her mouth as we speak. Leaving the command on the field to you. Adjust your tactics as the situation demands. Can you handle it, class representative?
小峰幸いただきます。
Why is it always like this? What do you mean, strange? Like what? For some reason, Baby is usually reacting to my tone. Sachi raised a hand salute towards me. Alright, here we go, Monty.
ごめん。
I'm torn. I don't know if I want to go with Amane because she's me, or if I want to go with Sakaki because she's my type. Who should I go with first, guys? Not a problem. Mochi, what route do you think I'll like more? This isn't something you need to apologize for. The method responsible only decided against it. The wind tended to grow timid towards those around them. Better to avoid wording that might make her think of herself as baggage burdening others. No one increase her anxiety. Oh, that's considerate of him. In the anime, they're always like, ooh, yeah. Can feel them on my back. Oh, yeah, you're right. For real. I keep a flow of communication, standard procedure to ensure the wind doesn't fade out of pain. Where's the infirmary, Monty? Do you know?
その先を右。突き当たりまで行ったら左に行くと保健室があるよ。
Be there soon. Try to endure it for a moment.
大げさだな。たかが捻挫だよ。
Make light of leg injuries. Soldiers hit abandon when they can't
へ
walk.
えって。いや、まあ、そっか。そうだよね。怪我した子から死んでいくんだよね。
Don't worry, Japan won't desert you. And I won't like you to die either.
ごめんね。私、重いでしょ。
Not particularly. My bag is alright, so most.
ちょっと、なんで私の体重知ってるのよ。
I'm used to carrying heavy luggage on my back. I can estimate weight from the feeling on my shoulders.
あのさ、おぶってもらっておいてこんなこと言うのもあれなんだけど、この場合ね、普通は全然重くないよとかさ、なんかこう女の子に対して気を使ったりするもんなんじゃないのかな。
Honestly, order doesn't really matter in this game. Most people suggest doing Yumiko last. Who's Yumiko? But it's by no means a requirement or anything. I think I like both Amane and Yumiko. Oh, it's Yumiko Sakaki. Different reasons. Can't really say, but one's better than the other. Both are great. Oh, okay. Lighter than I expected. Probably looked only heavy from your height and that oversized chest. You got a long legs too. They just throw me off.
足が長いって褒めてくれてるのは嬉しいけど、なんか複雑。ちなみに私の体重ってどれぐらいだと予想してた？
My impression is that you'd be comfortable around comfortably above 60 kilos.
そういうことを言わないの。
As she speaks, she sharply tightens her arms into a chokehold around my neck. Look, stop dashing around and be the one crying if I drop you. Come to a brief hold in the spot and lift up Amonli's body, which has been sliding on my back, up more firmly around my shoulders.
そっか、今ならユウジ君、両手が塞がってるよね。
What are you planning, woman? Next moment, she gently closes her eyes, still clinging my neck, she brings her lip close. Hey. I take immediate evasive actions in response to her suspicious movements. My eyes, lips, and nose pressed against my cheek.
チェ、避けられちゃったか。
Sorry, I'm just used to calling her Nimiko. That's okay. What the hell is wrong with this woman? Go ahead and half of mine you drop her on the hallway floor, but we're not dealing with a dinner party here. Turn my head to the side and stared at Amani's face, finding her blushing in apparent embarrassment. I thought I met her for the first time at this school, but maybe...
何よ、人の顔じっと見て。
It's nothing. Under how long you carefully study her features, nothing comes to mind. To entertain the possibility she might have been some childhood pent up hurt from in tears or what have you, but I'm pretty sure I can sense that isn't your face. Which would leave... Do I look like the lover you're tragically separated from your previous incarnation? Is that it?
何それ、人を電波扱いしないでよ。っていうか、この学園でそういうこと言わないの。シャレにならないから。
Monet Riz is real? For real. Pouting her lips, Monet knocks a fist against my head with solid thumbs. Who are you
ス
anyway?
オ、アマネ。
Yes, my short-term memories perfectly find things. Every time Monet speaks, her soft breath strikes my ear. Just my imagination, or is her body temperature slowly been rising while I found her on my back? She suffered from a partial fracture on the ankle. It might be that her body's getting January fever. Better get a move on. Again, lifting her friend on my back here in the infirmary. Doc, emergency case, get a move on.
ドクって
Still carrying Amane. I pushed my way forcefully into the room and shout for attention, but there's no one here whatsoever, much less the doctor. Why is anyone here? I'm gonna take a break at
う
once.
ちには保健の先生っていないのよ。とりあえずベッドの上で下ろして、あとは自分でやるから。
There's no doctor, and they haven't hired anyone else to help through.
そういうこと。
For the time being, I lower Amane in a nearby bed.
保健の先生が来るって話は前からあるんだけど、なかなかいい人が見つからないみたいでね。
I love Amane because she's just like, yeah, I'm a bad bitch, but about it.
薬とかは業者の人が来てたまに入れ替えてるみたいなんだけど。
Fine, I'll take care of the
で
treatment.
きるの？
Having first aid in my previous school, I can handle something like this at least. Kneel in front of her legs and untie and remove her athletic shoes and take her red swollen right ankle in my hand. I'm gonna move it, tell me if it hurts.
うん。
Her ankle is slender, but compared to her uninjured left foot, it's clearly inflamed pretty badly. I bend her ankle to various angles, carefully searching for the location of her injury. Not fractured after all, but I think the ligament might have been stretched and the joint capsule ruptured. Take your roll of medical tape from the infirmary first aid kit. I loosely wrap it around her ankle, restricting the range so it can move. I retrieve ice from the fever, step into a bag, and press into the injury with your towel, relieving the heat of the inflammation.
ありがとう。ずいぶん楽になったわ。手慣れてるのね。
Well, just a bit. Custom treating freeze and burns at least. When I was a kid, I was getting hit pretty much every day. Aww. Took my fair share of injuries even now.
やっぱり優しいね。ユウジくん。
Spare me. Not exactly my nice guy. Just treat an injury. Anybody would do that
そう
much.
やって冷たい態度を取るのは私に優しいやつだって勘違いされると甘えられて鬱陶しいから。
The honest Money's words are pretty close to a bullseye. When humans find kindness, they naturally take advantage of it. Or they realize that they can't depend on that kindness, needs their ability to function without it. If I disappeared, what would you do with yourself? Master spoke those words to me when I was still
正
a
直
child.
ね、保健室に着いた時点でじゃあ俺は行くからって言われるのを覚悟してたんだけど、ユウジくん何も言わずに治療してくれたじゃない。驚いちゃった。
Alright then, I'll be going. I raise up my hand in farewell. Money grabs my clothes and firmly prevents my retreat.
ちょっと怪我をしてナーバスになっている女の子を一人にする気？もう少し一緒にいなさい。
Am I the only one who thinks she should be slightly more nervous about being alone with a teenage male in this room? Which has a bed, when her leg is injured to the point that she can't walk? What do you want from me? You have something to say and spit it out already.
じゃあはっきり言うけど
Oh my god, period.
ねえ、私の彼氏になってよ。
What?
聞こえなかったかな。もう一度言おうか。
Why are you saying this?
君のことが好きだから。
Since
初
when?
めて会った時からずっと一目惚れってやつかな。
Hmm.
なんか冷たい反応。私の言ってることを信じてないでしょ。
Let me ask, what part of me did you fall in love with?
そうね。なんかダメ男っぽいところ。私さ、こいつ私がいなかったらどうやって生きていくんだろうみたいな、そういう男に弱いみたい。
So you can't say I have a problem with a reliable woman myself.
マジで？それって好都合じゃない？どうする？じゃあ付き合っちゃおうか。
What does this girl think she's grinning about? I'm entirely speechless with amusement. I hold my right palm on my forehead and run into my hair. Look, it's teasing me that much fun.
そういう言われ方は心外なんだけど。じゃあさ、彼氏がダメならお姉ちゃんになってあげる。優しくて綺麗なお姉さん欲しくない？
Good to inform you, you're not hiring being associated at the present time.
いつ募集するの？
We anticipate no vacancies until the end of stay.
なんだよそれ。
That's my line, idiot. Shifting my grip on the ice pack, I gave Ilona a slap on the ankle.
もう女の子いじめて楽しい？
Let's see, if you make it a yes or no question, then yes. I think I'd be sickly on the enjoying Berlin girl side.
サディストか。でも大丈夫。私ってこう見えてもド M だから。
So what do you want from me exactly?
ねえ、 どうしてもダメなの？なんか女としての自信なくすな。
I'm trying to reject you. Don't you think you're rushing things
時
here?
期尚早という言葉を使う人はきっと10年経っても同じことを言うよね。
We're talking about politics here.
だから彼女は諦めてお姉ちゃんになるって言ってるじゃないね。
Starting off by asking for this guy and joining you a concession to the compromise and negotiation. Really, you think you're a politician?
そろそろ私も傷つくぞ。
Drop my shoulders with an exaggerated gesture and heave a heavy sigh. Sure, this girl intends to continue this aggressive pursuit until you tell her what she wants to hear. The serious pain in the ass tried to push me any harder than this. At this point, compromise is probably right at the limit of my tolerance. Yeah, I got it. If you want to play a big sister that bag, there, go along with it. There's a mirror in front of me as I speak those words. I'd be staring into his demands with reluctance stamped on his forehead. Might this have been a hasty decision? Indifferent to my shame or regret, Melanie beams happily and drops her hand on top of my head with a gentle thump of a grand big sister style.
ならばよろしい。これからはお姉ちゃんって呼ぶんだぞ。
Hopefully this means you can put my head whenever you feel like it. Although I don't so far as pushing Melanie's hand away, I can't say this is an especially pleasant feeling. Dutiful, clever dogs, as a rule, don't wag their tails when someone other than their master pets their head. Damn it, we have like a whole month left until we're out of the intro. Creating meals alone. Just easier that way. For one thing, I don't have to go through the hassle of pretending to enjoy what I'm eating. In the first place, there's no cafeteria or lunch counter in this school. I just want to make choices already. It's not that I want the game to be over. This is still the intro? Oh yeah, girl, we still haven't made a choice yet. The intro is done at like 7:22 and it's 6:22. I don't know if it's exactly 22 or what, but facilities themselves apparently exist, but after all, you can count the number of students, permanent staff here on the fingers of your hand. Actually, I'm gonna go grab something to eat while I'm at it, and then I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back, guys. Sorry about that. I don't know, I reminded myself I enjoyed watching all these goofy interactions with the characters and felt myself missing common route after going through individual routes. I think it gives you a good amount of time to connect with the characters and feel close to them. I don't know, I really like making decisions in novels. Lunch month. Sorry, I was just eating. Spending the money to run a lunchroom for the benefit of a small number of people would be completely inefficient any way you look at it. So you might ask, how does lunch work at this place? It's a pretty simple system. We arrive at the classroom in the morning, we can write our names on a notebook in the podium. Every lunch period, the supplier delivers food to everyone who signed up. Box lunch catering, as they call it. Of course, it's completely up to every individual student whether we take advantage of the catering. Because the menu is basically left to the supplier, it's possible to sign up only when they're offering something you want. Personally, I'm asked for delivery once. Not that I'm worried about saving money or that I can't trust food made by others. I don't have any religious principles against eating meat either. I'm just not interested enough in what I eat to bother. They say a common result, being raised in a food-poor environment, considering the time I spend living with my master and her crappy cooking, I guess it's only natural. A full stomach is adequate nutrition is all I need. So not only the lunch I prepared for myself today is 3 plain salt rice balls. My side dish was also a quick job. After frying onions and garlic, I threw them together to cook with some canned tomatoes and kidney beans, adding a packet of chili powder for seasoning. As my master used to say, humans ain't that fragile. You don't starve as long as you got beans to eat. But I guess going with nothing but the basics is a bit too bleak for me. No point in living like a monk, so I've also brought an apple for dessert. Oh my god. And I feel like I'm eating nothing but red stuff, but there's no point worrying about a meal's appearance. So it's perfectly adequate for my needs.
Oi! Yuji!
So now she's dropped the honorific.
Nani?
They'll just call me Yuji woman.
だって私お姉ちゃんになったんだし、弟にくんづけって変じゃない？
I don't remember giving you permission not to use one.
禁止された覚えもないけど。
Okay, it's not forbidden.
もうなんて横暴なのかしら。なら私も交換条件出すわよ。
What do you want?
私のことお姉ちゃんって呼んだら呼び捨てにするのやめてあげる。どうする？ゆうちゃん。
Spare me. How do my parents call me that?
いいからほれ呼んでみ。お姉ちゃんって。
Ridiculous.
なんだよその態度。だったら私も呼び捨てやめないぞ。
Do whatever you want.
そうするよ、ゆうじ。
And you need something?
いや、なんか地味に一人でご飯食べてるからさ。ね、一緒に食べない？
I'll pass. If you volunteer work to Makina, why don't you?
もちろんマキナも一緒だよ。マキナ。お？呼んだか？呼んだけどさ、その言葉遣いはどうだろう。お兄ちゃんもお弁当何食べてるのよさ。聞いちゃいねえし。おにぎりとリンゴとこの赤いのは何？
Baked beans.
なんかおいしそうね。それ。
Wanna try some?
もうそうやって何でも人が食べてるものを欲しがらないの。まるで普段うちで何も食べさせてないみたいじゃないの。
Money's jealous.
おみ、あまねパンちょうだい。これ絶対パンと合う。聞きなさいよ人の話。お？ちょ
ゃないわよ。っていうかあんたもマキナに何食べさせたのよ。
Like I said, beans. She said a mouthful. Hardly mouthful. Hardly a big deal.
豆って。うわ、何その40代の独身サラリーマンみたいに質素なお弁当。
Beans are nutritious. There's no problem.
結構美味しいのよ。
どれどれ。
Hey, you! Don't start eating my food.
確かに美味しいけど、これって缶詰だよね。
Well, the beans and the tomatoes, yeah.
私缶詰も大好きなのよさ。
Look, stop eating it already. This is all I've got.
缶詰といえば昔から不思議に思ってることがあるのよさ。みかんの缶詰ってどうやってあんなに綺麗に皮を剥いてるの？
They don't. They melt the skin off with acid and a collie.
マジで？なんか体に悪そう。
Don't worry, the chemicals are neutralized. They wash the fruit with water after, so it's pretty safe.
だったら安心なのよさ。
Hey, you! This girl's already halfway through my lunch.
ごめん。お詫びにさ、私たちのお弁当を分けてあげるからね。
Fine, don't worry about it. I'm not just trying to start stealing other people's food.
まあまあ、いっぱいあるんだから遠慮しないでいいのよ。ほら、じゃーんと。
The explanation of money brings out a huge wrapped lunch. Looks like she's actually got a number of boxes stacked on top of each other.
ほら見てごらんなさい。これが食の彩りというものよ。
Opening the lid, she reveals a box patched with a rich variety of vivid colored side dishes, practically indistinguishable from a delivery lunch from some well-established restaurant. See, no wonder the neighborhood calls this place the Money Sink Academy. Pretty luxurious for a school lunch.
これ学校の仕出し弁当じゃないわよ。私の自作。
Lol. Seriously?
言ってなかったっけ？私の実家ってね、神田で京料理の料亭やってんだよ。
Mochi, if you're still here, I think also the reason why I want to make choices is like I don't like how he's like neutral with everyone. I want him to like pursue one person. Like I want more of the love story part of it. Like I wanted him to become Amane's girlfriend, but no. They're just teasing me.
うちとこのお母はんは京都の老舗料亭の娘やし、お父はんは神田の料理人なんよ。
We need some juicy romance. Exactly. No kidding. But we will be playing Clanad after this. And we're actually dating Tomoyo in that round right now, so might be some juicy romance. There's some juicy romance there. That's where Mone's infrequent lapses in that weird Kansai accent come from. And to think of it, the short-tempered, vaguely masculine side of her personality makes a lot of sense, knowing that her father's from a blue-collar neighborhood like Kanda.
あまねってばすっごいお料理上手なのよ。お肉が
Oh my god, me too, because I'm a vegetarian. I told you guys, she's literally me. Do you see this? Do you guys see this? Now I totally get where you're coming from. You don't get this. You get those choices eventually. Plus, you don't have that much of the common left. Oh, really? So I got a bit, but not a whole bunch. Oh, okay. Would you say what percentage do you think I'm at? Like, am I halfway? Am I less than halfway? You don't eat meat, am I? Now that she mentioned that, I don't see much in the way of meat dishes in this box. Bit of surprise, I actually done carnivore for sure.
いやー、別にお肉を食べないわけじゃないし、料理もするけど。
Now Never mind, I already read that.
ほらね、お肉ばっかり食べてこれ以上大きくなってもあれかなってさ。
I'd say roughly 60% keep mine in a while since I put. Oh no, you're good. Oh, okay, interesting. What, your breasts getting too heavy?
身長よ。
Ah, I guess you can't exactly shed inches the way you can pounds. Of course, cutting back on meat isn't gonna make him want any less imposingly tall. That said, if she keeps me careful on her diet, it might help maintain the status quo. Bit of a reactionary approach, considering she's already pretty damn tall. But I guess it's just your typical passive Japanese mindset at work. As JB once told me, there are many Japanese who go to the dentist before their teeth starts to hurt.
やっぱり男の子はお肉はいいよね。今度また作ってくるから今日はこれで我慢してよ。
I'm not here to meet myself. More importantly, I'll take care of my own food expenses. You don't have to worry about my taste.
毎日マキナの分も用意してるし、今さら一人分ぐらい増えてもどうってことないから遠慮しないでいいんだよ。
Why are you so determined to stick your nose into my eating habits?
だって弟だし。
What?
だってお兄ちゃんだし。
What?
ね
Ah! I don't get it. In other words, they just want to play house? Or maybe somebody, say the principal, ordered them to become friends with the Kazami-kun for some reason? Either way, I've heard to maintain some distance. I can't be as casual about this as a normal student might be. I have too many things I like to keep to myself.
だいたいさ、その若さでお昼がおにぎりと豆だけってひもじくないの？
I'm used to simple food.
そう、それそれ。そのいじめられるのには慣れているみたいなのもなんか悲しいじゃん。今までどんな食事をしてきたのよ。
Well, I don't know, nothing special. When I was a young kid, I may not have gotten much in the way of luxury. I ate normal meals. Current emphasis on low-effort, nutritious food is the product of the way they did things at my previous school. I made French, but that place's the principle was eat fast, shit fast. Oh my god. In the morning, we were kicked out of bed at 6 a.m. sharp for roll call, exercise, and running. Once that was done, everyone made double time to the mess hall for breakfast. The way the schedule worked out, we never had more than a few minutes to eat the meal. And they took their time to get a dressing down from one of their seniors. So everybody stuffed whatever food they could grab into their mouth and forced it down their throats as fast as possible. Lunch was slightly different, and the sheer amount of food they gave us became a challenge. Piles of meat and vegetables would have been hard to handle alone, but they threw in a heaping bowl of rice as well. We were expected to cram all that in our stomachs in about 10 minutes, washing it down with miso soup. Naturally, we weren't allowed to leave a slab of food on our plates. Vomit it up and they'd tell you to push it all the way back down again. In other words, taste was not exactly the first thing on our minds. Jesus. What, was he in the military? Actually, if you save really quick and you see the scene name, I can give you a better answer. Oh, okay. I'm about to save, so... Wait, how do I... Oh, here we go.
セーブするわ。
Yeah, let's do that. A sweet diet. A sweet diet. Nothing but rice and beans for lunch might seem sad to Mane, but I'm not fighting my friends for a can of food, and I've even gotten fruit as a dessert. But my standards is a high-class, elegant meal.
だいたいさ、その食べなきゃいけないから食べるみたいな顔なんとかならないの？
Thanks, Mochi. I appreciate it. It's not that and Mochi, it's not that I dislike this row. It's just that I like romance a lot. I don't like I want to romance them already. To me, I feel like I've introed them enough, but maybe I haven't, you know? My face is putting you off your food. I suggest you don't look at it.
もう可愛くないな。綺麗なお姉さんがお弁当を作ってあげるって言ってるんだから素直にありがとうって言っておきなさいよ。
I'm still wet blanket.
何よ。
Nothing. I ain't right about this one. Sorry.
何？急に素直になったの？気持ち悪い。
Oh, I was a bit off, more like halfway. Damn. Well, can't I play along once in a while? Tell the truth, I had a similar discussion in the past with another pushy woman. Ended up turning into an outright fight. Certain busybody German had this habit of coming to the mountain cabin where I live with my master. And he suggests us both to show nagging sessions. She'd barge in and clean up without asking permission, make food nobody asked for, then leave just as quickly. I think the woman must have gotten some sick pleasure out of it. One night in particular, I got pretty indignant when she put away some book I was in the middle of reading. I ended up firing the line, "You're not my damn mom," with predictably unpleasant results. Well, it wasn't exactly the first time we fought. It is true that I found her constantly meddling in the way. I honestly told her as much. Serious mistake. The woman in question, already a full-grown adult, spat out pretty childish words. Fine, see if I care. Then of all things, she broke down in tears, leaving me in complete bewildered panic. Since this disastrous experience, I learned a lot about how to handle women. First lesson, knowing when to back down is ordeal is crucial. I don't know why I read it as ordeal. Don't resist a woman's kindness. When a woman gets worked up, words won't get through to her. And the most troublesome lesson of all, woman of the busybody type, remember the smallest grudges through all eternity. Happy you're willing to make lunch for me. Hopefully I can do it every day. I appreciate it when you have the time.
ごめん。さ、別に私、親切の押し売りをするつもりとかじゃなくて、なんていうか。
I know your intentions are good of mine. I have a reason to refuse that would satisfy her. Not when I can bring up periodly. I mean, I'm not looking to make the atmosphere in the classroom awkward over something like this. For Monet, I don't know how she interpreted my son changing the tone, but she sounds downright contrite about her aggressiveness. We're both being mature about things all of a sudden. Guess two of us are still capable of being reasonable with each other. It seems like a good sign.
とにかくお弁当にしようよ。私お腹が空いたのよさ。
あんたユージのおかず全部食べちゃったじゃないの。
いつの間に誰だ。
Oh my god.
いや、お前だろ。
Well, healthy opportunity is a good thing.
そんなこと言ってると、おにぎりもリンゴも全部食べられちゃうわよ。
リンゴはイチゴの次に好きなのよさ。ほほこいつはとっても美味しそうなのよさ。
あんた今朝リンゴ食べてきたでしょうが、意地汚いことしないの。
I'm really giving her the apple, but I thought you said Mommy didn't have a bit of an appetite.
まあ、なんというか食事のバランスが悪いのよね、この子。食べない時には全然食べないし、食べる時には人の3倍くらい食べちゃうのよ。
Sounds like a bit of an exaggeration. Drop my hand, Maki just said with a thumb. Where would the kid be storing all that in this tiny body?
私もそう思うけど、実際食べるんだもの。ご飯食べた直後だってのに、お腹すいたって言い出したりしてさ。
まあそんな日もあるさ。
ねえよ。
Sounds like she has a binge eating disorder. Strange. Maybe she it's like a combo of binge anorexia. If she doesn't eat for days and then you binge all at once, it's like very common. Anyway, strange. Maybe she works like a mole or a rhino and is efficient at absorbing energy from her food, so she just keeps opening herself or she'll starve to death.
話してると時間なくなっちゃうよ。とにかくお弁当にしよう。マキナ、手伝って。
おう。
For a second, I thought I saw a quick shadow across Amani's face because she's jealous. But she and Makina quickly get to work. They drag the nearby desks and chairs up to mine, creating one large island.
大したもんじゃないけどさ。遠慮しないで食べて。
Ani pushes one of the snackling boxes at me. Inside, there's a deep fried tofu covered with red bean paste, accented with thinly sliced boiled daikon radish. Not to mention broccoli with sesame sauce, fried burdock root, Kyoto-style grilled mackerel, and chicken meatloaf. Together, an amazingly well-balanced and elaborate meal. Holding back at this point would be downright rude. I think I put the food and extend my chopstick to the sliced daikon radish. When he's cooking is somewhat light on the seasoning. I noticed much before my dinner room, but my tongue used to preservatives and artificial coloring. Her food seems extremely gentle. Probably because I haven't eaten real home cooking in a long time. It tastes better than I had expected. Delicious.
なんて？
Mona, you really are an excellent cook.
だから何度も言ってるのよさ。あまねえは上手だよって。
まあ、 料理屋の娘だしね。っていうかさ、この前だって私の手料理食べたじゃん。
Yeah, true. Dinner room was a simple stand. The main ingredients were some off-the-shelf fish products, as many meals praises. This meal has the vague nostalgic essence of home cooking. The taste calls up faded memories of the meals my mother savored for me. Honestly, it's been an emotional jolt.
うちの母親がね、アホでもおへちゃでもかましまへんけど、料理だけは子供の頃から料理はよく教わってたのよね。
お兄ちゃん、私が食べさせてあげよう。卵がいい？はい、
And all for myself things.
ほれ、
Even eating with others like this is a concession on my part. This is going way past ticklish into a serious awkward territory. Machina thrusts the omelet towards my nose with a clumsy grip on her chopsticks. Instinctively I pull back, turn and frank as soon as I scowl in Monty's direction. Hey Monty, do something about this girl. For some reason that's what I intended to convey. Instead, Monty bites her lower lip lightly, and an irrepressible smile spreads across her face. Grabbing a computer burdock root with her chopsticks, she presses it towards my face, which I turned away from mocking with attack.
はい、
Brutus. Eat too.
こんなに可愛い女の子が両手に花状態であーんだよ。
そうなのよ。そろそろ空気読め。
That's my line. Capturing a rock in a hard place. Theoretically, I should gain distance and suppress each target individually. Step 1. I need a chance to take evasive action. Have to create some sort of distraction. Given this room is now a potential weapon of last resort, my frantic gaze settles on Sakaki, sitting alone in silence, taking food from a catered lunch with her chopsticks. Sakaki, I'm begging you. As she glances towards us out of the corner of her eye, I send a desperate SOS with my gaze. Her unsettling message follows. Please don't think you're gonna drag me into this. A truly cold and heartless answer. Briefly try to eat a little more silently from your mouth. Save my life if you abandon me. I've just witnessed with my own eyes a tragic moment. Long years entrusting a superpower's umbrella, dripping from developing a military, still shedding blood and tears in defense of our nation, all must come to naught. Sakaki, my friend and my ally. In the end, there's nothing to you but a shield against the menace of a mundane mafia. Sacrifice to suffer in your place when the time came. No reason to despair, Kazami Yuji. From the start, you were a mere pawn in the great game, a dog, kept alive on the whims of your masters, and you threw away the right to expect mercy from a god long time ago. Did you know as much? It's too late now to think of the national interest. All that's left to me is embrace the moment of reckoning, endure the endurable, suffer the insufferable, fling the cool tyranny in still water.
こういうの鬱陶しいかな。
What?
こういうさ、私の押し付けがましい仲良し
She's literally me. I would doubt myself too. I literally would say something like this if I was doing something like that. Anyways, she's me.
そっとしておいてほしいとか鬱陶しいって思うかもしれない。でもさ、私はこういうやり方しかできないし、他のユージの過去に何があったかなんて知らないし、知ったところで何もしてあげられない。ましてや同情するつもりもない。されるだけ惨めだって知ってるしね。これはさ、私が私を慰めるためにやってるエゴだから。悪いけど我慢しなさいというか諦めて。分かったら、はい、口を開けて。
This Suamani woman is too clever at times. When she puts it like that, no matter how badly I want to escape the situation, there's no way I can bring myself to run away. This is why she cuts off my path of retreat, nostalgic in a way, reminds me of my big sister. But again, compared to Kazuki, I guess Amani's methods are almost charming. That passes through my head. The tension naturally drains my body, let it off a little bit. The cream powder she throws in my mouth has that same simple, light seasoning, the same taste of home.
おいしい？
Yeah. Food is good to be sure, but what's with this stifling feeling? Reassuring taste of home cooking, experience feeding with others. These are exactly the sort of things people associate with intimacy and happiness. But counter-reaction to the peculiar atmosphere, dark thoughts burst into my mind. I shouldn't be sitting here. My chest feels tight. My breath is uncomfortable. I'm off balance. I know exactly why. It's been 1.5 years since my master's death, keeping my distance from others. In that time, I've grown starved for this sort of contact. I don't want to admit that to myself, because that means facing the question, do I deserve an ordinary life? Do I have the right to an everyday routine existence, living for small moments of happiness?
いいんだよ。
Huh?
だから私の分も食べていいんだよ。
Oh yeah.
そうなのよ。男の子なんだからいっぱい食べてまるまる太らないとダメなのよさ。
That's me when I can't talk over you. Oh my god. Look, I told you I can feed myself. Got used to this sort of thing sooner or later. I want to believe that, but there's part of me that can't. Even now there's a nagging discomfort in the corner of my mind. There's a side of me that accepts and a side of me that denies. And in a fight, the side that denies always comes out on top. I guess that's the first thing I should try to fix about myself. Is there a reason I can't stay broken? Obvious question, but I think I'll leave it for another time. Okay, I'm gonna pause here.